bastards are gonna own me.
Are you ready?
You bet your ass I'm ready.
You know, I'm not a big fan of that bark like a chicken, cluck like a dog stuff.
They think they'll beat the devil. Nobody beats me.
You can run, but you can't hide from Crazy Eddie.
Evil events from evil causes spring. Aristotle said that.
I told you, good shot to the face always gets the juices flowing. Come on, let's tango.
So,
Sit back
relax
and enjoy.
Oh my God.
You are psychotic.
And when I return, I'm to drink a bottle of scotch, as if it were Chicky Von Richthofen's blood, and celebrate his death.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Things I do for these people.
It's a bit more than I could bear.
Well, that's a wrong damn intro yet again.
But I liked it. I wasn't complaining.
I was trying to stop it, and I'm like, God, what is going on? StreamYards, you are screwing up our videos again.
Yeah, they've been on a roll the last week or so.
God, I'll say. All right. Well, sorry about that, everybody. We're actually talking about Farscape tonight, not Resident Alien.
But there will be aliens, we promise.
Yeah, as evidenced by our background and that we're doing season 2 of Farscape. We're finally getting back to that after several months away, but as we're going into season 2, we are going to be slipping into season 3 and 4 in the next several months. So we're going to actually be a little more consistent, a little more frequent with Farscape going forward and wrap it up, because I think Kevin is watching this for the first time, and for season 2, I think he's digging it. He actually got the Blu-ray set, didn't you?
Yeah. Like I said, when we did this last year, it was last December, I think we did Farscape.
March.
Gosh, that was a long time ago. All right. Anyway, yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was longer than Christmas. Shit. I said that I wanted to get the Blu-rays because this was a really good show. It was really well made, and I hope that the rest of it can maintain being as good as the first season was. And I did. As soon as Black Friday came around and the price drop went down to like 50%, I was like, sold. 22 discs for $100. I am down. And yes, so far I have yet to run into a bad episode on season 2 so far. We're doing 1 through 11 right now.
Correct. We're going to do the first half, and in a couple of weeks we'll be talking about the second half of season 2.
Yep.
And it as in true form, this is how the show ran, 11 episodes, and then it had its mid-season little cliffhanger, and then it took a few extra weeks or a couple extra months, and then we got the second half. So we had to wait. Back in the day, I actually watched this one live, and to be honest, season 2, first time I watched this one, I liked it. I felt like it took a little while to get kind of going a little bit, but by about the end of season 2, it really shifts gears even more so. So Kevin, if you're feeling like, hey, this is still really good, this is fine by me, you're about to get thrown into another gear in the next several episodes.
I understand that because
it's gonna escalate, man, and quick.
Everything has been a filler episode so far. I understand.
Yes and no. They're putting breadcrumbs out there for you that will pay off later.
Yeah, but it's very evident that Scorpius has been there the whole time, and is just they're waiting to use him properly. And that's one of the things I really like about this is it's almost like with Batman, you can't have the Joker in there all the time. You've got to have other villains, but you have to know that the Joker's out there somewhere. And Scorpius is a great villain in the same regard. And they use him in that very same way.
Yep. That he's lingering in the background. He's haunting him he doesn't have to be in every episode.
Yeah.
Just the fact that he's somewhere out there and that looming threat of him. He is a better villain than Krace was, to be frank, and that's one of the best evolutions from season 1 into season 2, is they pivoted when they knew Krace, that kind of character and story arc, wasn't gonna really drive the narrative forward for the show that they wanted to tell. And so they took the opportunity. They brought in Wayne Pygram as Scorpius, and it turned out to be one of the best ideas they ever had, because now Krace, he has a story arc in this show now too that is a little bit different, and I like how his arc ends. You're gonna like it too, I think.
I'm sure. So far, I like where it's going, and they really haven't mentioned his brother at all, which is nice. Like, he's forgotten it too. Like,
well, he's mentioned that he's past it now, basically.
Yeah, like he once he gets past his peacekeeper thing, he kind of grasps rationality. Gets past
to a point.
Yeah, like he's able to see what kind of actually happened and not hate John as much, or he's willing to move past it and work with him. Yeah, it's that's been my understanding of it so far, and it's not been unpleasant. I like it. The fact that they keep trying to make Krace out to be a bad guy with Talon, and then he's just not, is fun.
Yeah, and that's a good way to have him, is a little more shades of gray-ish rather than straight up evil. And him having a problem with Scorpius just totally works with me now. So it's not, Scorpius doesn't just have one problem, he's got several problems with people, and he got multiple people who have problems with him. It took a little while for Dargo, by the time he got to the mid-season part, or episode 11 with the princess. And he finally sits down with Dargo, and Dargo's like, oh no, we're not doing this.
Yeah, and then I love how he just kind of is like, yeah, I'll see what I could, I'll tell him, I'll see what he says.
All I told him was I would tell you. So it works out pretty well.
That was fucked up. And he was so smiley and happy, and that was just even more terrifying.
Oh, Dargo?
No, Scorpius.
Oh yeah. Well, Scorpius felt like, I got you cornered. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's really no place for you to run. You don't have a weapon. I don't need a weapon. Like,
there's no way out of this, bro.
Yeah, like I'm just here to talk to you. And it was beautiful. It really was. And the Empress, excuse me, thinks that she has an upper hand on Scorpius, and you're just kind of like, dude, don't look at him. He's evil incarnate. Look at him. You don't have an upper hand on him. I didn't watch episode 12, but I'm sure he kills her.
Oh, you'll see.
Somebody. She dumb. Yeah. She is a dumb empress, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just the way that one fell.
But golly gee, I really like this show, and I have no complaints or qualms of having bought the physical media. Super duper glad that I did. I'm very thankful Shout put the effort that they put into this set. It's beautiful, and I'm so glad that we don't always do shows, though, I'm kind of like, you know what? I need that. And this is one of those times where I was kind of like, yeah, I do. Gosh, this is everything I love. And I think one of the things that really kind of pushed me over the limit and said, you need to get this, was when we did Age of Resistance, or the Dark Crystal.
On Dark Crystal show, yeah.
Yeah. And which, again, there's a nod to that in this season, too. But just, God, I love Henson TV so much. It's not kiddie. It's very adult, and it happens to have puppets in it, but it is the most beautiful visual effects you could find. That's not, actually almost none of it's visual effects. It's all makeup and puppetry, and it's just beautiful. Absolutely stunning work. Like, was it Face Off? Was that the show that they did a spin-off from this?
There is no spin-off from this, unless you're talking about the Creature Effects Shop or whatever it is.
Yes, the
Okay.
reality creature effect shop
Yeah.
that I think the cast sat in as judges here and there. I don't recall.
I know Gigi did a little bit. There might have been some of the other cast. I don't remember much about that show, but I know that was a show. Yeah.
I liked Gigi's evolution in this. Like, she was not.
Gianna's my girl, man. So
She's not bad in the first season at all, but she has quite an evolution in this season, where she's a little bit more lax with the crew. She's not
part of the crew now.
Yeah, but she's not so out for herself. She's not so spiteful towards everybody. She's a little bit less of an ass. And it's nice because, yeah, that's an awesome character to get behind. She was fun before. There was nothing wrong with the character. She went over really well.
You want to get behind.
Yeah. Phrasing. Yes, I didn't. Yeah. See episode 11. Yes.
She shakes her booty.
When doesn't she shake her booty? My God, this show, like, I'd never seen it before, but I'd seen the previews and magazine covers. Yeah. And I've seen her movements and shit. And I'm like, that's how fetishes start. I have a thing now. I'm a fucking weirdo now. Oh my God, I'm a weirdo now.
You've been a weirdo since I met you.
Who's next? Greedo? Am I going to nail Greedo next? Jesus Christ.
Hey, you're going to have a thing for blue girls like Zan now.
I do. But you know what? It was either that or the, God, what's her name? The diva in Princess. The Fifth Element.
Oh, Plava Laguna.
Yes. Oh, tall.
She had pipes on her too.
Yeah. If you could find the techno versions of that, definitely download it.
Interesting. I don't think I've heard those.
Oh, I will send them to you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's good shit. But anyway, so back to this. So we see a bit of Crace in this, but maybe not as much as I'd like. Like,
that's going to change soon.
I figure so. And I'm glad. Like I said, the first half of this felt like a lot of filler, and not in a bad way. Not like, oh God, they're not getting to a point. You could tell what you said is true. Like, there are breadcrumbs being sprinkled here and there, and I'm sure there's going to be callbacks coming up, which is great because that's what makes a season awesome. Firefly did that. Now it's just a short season, you know.
Correct.
You had stuff coming back from episode 3 in episode 7. You're like, oh, this is where that's going to pay off. Oh, okay. This very much does the same thing. At least it did.
Rewards you for your investment. That's what Farscape does best.
Yes. And I was trying to explain to my ex-wife that, like I said before, despite the fact that this says Jim Henson on it, and I know that puppets have a stigma to them, this is so smart, and you get so invested into these characters. And even when it's silly, you're able to relate to everything. And it's just so fucking enjoyable. I wished I would have been watching TV when this was on. Like, I didn't have access to cable at all. So I had no clue that this was a thing, and just, it's friggin' rad.
Yeah. Well, I figured you'd have a bit to say because this is your first time actually getting into, like, now season 2. And I know you were mentioning, like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really digging it. I would have loved to have gone to meet them at Comic-Con because I'd gone a couple times in the early 2000s when this was still on the air.
I went to one a few years ago and I met Gigi and she signed one of my Blu-ray box sets.
Yay.
I have several editions of this show. I used to have like the old DVDs and the old Starburst edition DVDs. Those are like long gone, but all the Blu-ray versions, I got every single version out there. And I have an old A&E like DVD set.
Ooh,
So I wish I had the
A&E.
original ADV Studios with the Starburst editions, but it's basically on all these other versions I got. So I got plenty of copies for when the apocalypse happens, and I still want to keep watching this show. It's my favorite show, or one of my favorite shows. It's easily a top 5 for me.
So a confession on my part. I did not actually watch the Blu-ray set yet.
Watch it on Prime?
I did watch it on Prime, on Gertrude. And for those watching at home, Gertrude is the name of my brand new VR helmet. And it's fucking rad.
Kevin names his toys.
I do. It's Gertie. But yeah, I've been watching it on a 10-foot screen in AR, and it's just fucking beautiful, dude. So awesome on a big screen.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure how it was going to go because the PSVR 2 doesn't look that nice. Certainly not incorporating AR or anything like that.
Oh,
but
right.
with the Quest, it's a very nice resolution. It doesn't make your eyes sort of watch, and you're just very, very pleasantly watching these large, beautiful puppets. And it's just really rad.
Yeah, I know for a lot of people, the puppetry turns quite a few people off. When they think like Henson, they think Muppets, and they're like, oh, them doing like a mature kind of science fiction show like this. And
Yeah.
even though it can be goofy and a little lighthearted at times, it is a bit on the dark side. Like even my wife, like she tried to watch a couple episodes. She's like, it's too much for me. I can't handle it. But yet she can handle like Dark Crystal and this, that, and the other. I'm like,
but
this is not that much of a stretch beyond that. She's just not into space-based science fiction. She's not into Star Trek. She's not into
so she's more like
She's not into like any of that stuff. So I think that's the disconnect. But I have heard from people in years past, like the Muppet and the puppetry thing tends to throw people off. But that tells me is you're not really a fan of like this kind of style of animatronics or visual effects.
Yeah.
Then I hear, oh no, well, I like this movie and I like that movie that used puppetry. It's like, then what's the problem?
That's the same thing as people going.
It's gotta be something with the characters, or it's gotta be something with the story that you're not digging. You can't just point at the puppetry and say that's the reason why I can't get into the show. That makes no sense to me.
That's just
It's gotta be something else.
I'm not racist. I have a black friend. Yes, you are. Like, this is.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I have a black friend. I don't dislike puppets. I like a Muppet movie. Shut up.
I don't like people talking over a movie, but I also watch Mystery Science Theater 3000 riff tracks and Master Pancake and all these other riffing kind of things.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like the puppetry just really sells it. Like how could you do Rigel properly as a humanoid? Like
You can't.
Not really, no. It wouldn't be as neat looking. It wouldn't be as inspiring and awesome. And I don't mean awesome as in like, oh, that's cool, but just like actual, like you look at him and you're just like, wow, you're kind of gobsmacked at how beautifully ugly he is, and then how magnificently he moves with his eyebrows and his eyes and his facial expressions. He's a nifty little fucking puppet. And then, of course, he's on a green screen, his floater, so you can't see the people behind him.
They do a pretty good job hiding everything.
Yeah. Even for like the late 90s, early 2000s, you got to remember, this is the Jim Henson Company. This is the pinnacle of special effects.
Still are the pinnacle.
Yeah. And, even when there's a mosquito in here. When the effects were bad, and I hesitate to use the term bad. The only bad effect movie I've seen with them is Mirror Mask, and that is still a beautiful movie.
I've never seen that one.
It's fucking amazing. I love Mirror Mask so much.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very underrated film. It should be seen more. It's supposed to be a little bit like Alice Through the Looking Glass, but only vaguely. It's got a lot of neat circus themes to it. It's very Henson-esque. There's no Muppets. It's all CGI, but it feels like you're watching The Storyteller or something like that, or the Jim Henson Hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Son of a bitch got me. Sorry. I tried killing him.
Live killing on YouTube.
No, he got me.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was talking about. You're dead.
Oh, yeah. I got me the oh God, what is it the Skeeters give you? Well, I mean, they can give you lots of things, but anyway, yeah.
Gave you a nice little bite.
Yeah, but then you get that disease and like nets save lives. I can't think of it. Malaria. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Ah.
People
Well, I don't
don't
think you're in a third world country at the moment.
I'm in Oregon. It's close enough.
This is true. You get too close to Portland, you might get bit.
Fuck that. Sorry. Portland's not a bad place. It's just a dirty place.
If you say so.
You could do anything you want. Anything your greasy little heart desires to be like goofy as fuck on the public streets of Portland. And I guarantee you, no matter what the fuck you do, it is still not the strangest thing happening on that street at that moment.
So if I dress up like Cardago and then go running down the street with the Qualta blade, I'm okay.
You could do it with no pants on and people would be like, look at that over there.
Some experience. Right on.
Yeah, kind of. All right.
Man, I love this show. God.
I do
great
too.
Characters. Good special effects. And you spoke very eloquently about what got you into this season so far. And I'm really excited to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. I recommend this to just about everybody, and I hope everybody walks away with the same sort of feeling and understanding about Farscape and what it brings. It's actually a very interesting and very good story, and it definitely goes into different places that you don't expect all the time. So expect twists, expect turns, expect character development that makes sense, and if it doesn't make sense, it eventually later will. Everything always has a payoff. There's breadcrumbs all over the place. And you started to see that in the Crackers Don't Matter episode. And by the end of the season, you'll understand exactly what the hell I'm talking about.
That episode was cool.
I had a feeling you would enjoy that one. There's some really good episodes early on. As you mentioned, they are a little bit on the filler side bottle episodes. But once the where it ends, that season at episode 11 with the princess arc is what I call it, is this is the beginning of when they start doing 3-part episodes, 4-part episodes, 2-part episodes, but we're also going to get filler or not filler episodes, but bottle episodes in between that'll evolve things in between the stories. But every time you get around the season beginning, middle, and end, there are multi-episode arcs that carry forward, and they're like big arcs that would make a movie blush right now.
Wow, so those are your plot engines.
A little bit. You'll still get the episodes in between that'll push some stuff forward, but where you're going in this middle arc, you're going to be a little surprised, and you're also going to see the face of a couple of the voice actors behind some of the puppets coming up here quick too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
That's very cool.
Especially Rigel.
Oh, I was gonna say, because Rigel's actually, like, the actor is very noticeable.
The voice actor.
Yes.
Oh yes, and then you'll see him actually appear visually as a different character very, very soon.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Do you,
that's really cool. And it
do you ever get to see Crace and Pilot talk?
yeah, eventually.
Yeah. Sorry. I like
Well,
that
it's the
sort of
same
thing.
person, so
I know, that's why I like that sort of thing. It's cute to me.
yep.
I'm a sucker for shit like that.
Yeah, you're going to be pleased with quite a bit of things, and I think one of the best charms about their show in general is its casting, because they largely shot in Australia, if not, no, they entirely shot in Australia, and they use a Australian cast and a lot of familiar faces you will recognize from like Hercules and Xena.
Oh,
Because
cool.
Anthony Simcoe was in, I believe he was in Hercules. I think he might have been in Xena as well. So a lot of faces like that you'll see here and there.
I'm loving those Renaissance pictures. Like, they're really good.
Well, they were smart. They shot down there because the crew was awesome, the talent was awesome, and it provided us some countless hours of quality television.
Yeah. Yeah. And Lucy was royalty, or is royalty there now. So
She's the only one that doesn't really appear in this show, and it would have been a nice little cherry on top if she had.
yeah. Yeah. But it's always nice to see her. Like, again, she's royalty. She's our generation's Linda Carter.
A little bit, but not nearly as crazy. Or maybe. She did marry a certain Bob that you don't know.
Tappert.
I wasn't going to invoke the full name.
He knows what he did.
No. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I don't have too much about memories other than I am going to point out one thing before I get into our episode breakdown. Can you guess which episode was actually the originally intended pilot before it was requested it get moved to be another episode? Because the first episode of this season was not the originally intended first episode of the season. It was supposed to be the second episode.
Really?
Correct.
So was it the... No, I guess it wouldn't have been the episode where Zan's having her flashbacks.
Dream a little dream of you.
Interesting.
The prison, the planet with all the attorneys on it, where Zan got sentenced to death because she first jaywalked, and then they accused her of murdering somebody because they allowed her to escape.
Yeah. Well,
that episode was supposed to be the pilot episode, not the pilot, but the first episode of this season, to allow you to wonder like what the hell happened to Crichton and everybody first. They wanted the audience to wait for the second episode to answer the question on, did Dargo and John survive what happened with Aaron's son? Because at the end of the first season, they're floating in space after blowing up the Gamak base.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things dangling out there, and Moya had to bolt away, Talon bolted away, everybody was separated, and it was supposed to come back in episode 8. That was supposed to be the pilot, but they ended up doing a little bit of reshooting to put it later. And so when you get to see Zan in the first episode, she's fucking crazy. You're like, what the hell's wrong with her? Because she's like, you're not really here, John.
Yeah,
Touching him, and she's just like giving him the ear kiss, and he's just like, what the hell is going on with her? And she kind of like, you have to talk to her about this. She's crazy.
That makes more sense now. Yes. Okay. She thinks you're dead. Okay.
and they played that up for a few episodes, but it was after that first episode, they stopped playing it up like they didn't know what was wrong with her, because originally that 8th episode was supposed to kick off the season.
And she was going to have all that PTSD and okay, gosh.
And
That'd have been okay. I don't know if that would have worked, but it would have been okay.
I have tried to watch it in that kind of way, and it makes sense, but you have to actually fast forward over like the first like 4 minutes past the
Yeah.
opening sequence, and then you have to basically stop the episode once it's resolved at the end before it returns back to the present time where they're both sitting on the shuttle talking about everything that happened. You basically have to watch like 35 minutes of that episode, which I've done it before. It's like it doesn't feel right though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great idea. If they had done it the way they intended to do it, I think it would have worked. But with the fact you have to, oh, I got to fast forward and then I got to stop early. It's too much thought, too much effort for that.
Yeah.
A fan cut would help, but it still would be considered a short episode.
Oh, I bet. Even with the commercial breaks.
Yeah, which you can tell with all the edits. It's a little jarring at times. I'm so used to like watching this live when it was on that all the commercials, I'm like, oh man, I missed the commercials and then the bumpers that they would sometimes have, cluing you in that it was coming back.
Oh yeah, like well, Amazon or Prime, whatever, they've got commercials and they're just,
oh my god, those are so bad, dude.
and they're all in the wrong spots the way Twitch used to be or is.
Yeah. Well, we're watching a show. Well, we were watching. Oh god, what the hell was that? Oh, we were watching like Clarkson's Farm, and it had like a 3-minute commercial, like 4 minutes in at one point, and then it had 2 minutes and 45 seconds about like 10 minutes later, and then it went about 20 minutes, and then there was like 4 more commercials, each about a minute to 2 minutes long. And then we're watching another short show that's only like 25 minutes, 2 minutes in, 3-minute commercial. Like, can you at least, if you're going to do commercials, place them properly, you fucking morons.
Good gracious.
I mean, we dealt with commercials in TV shows growing up, and for the longest time. I don't
they were 2 and 2
much, but you could always kind of be like, hey, this gives me a chance. I can go grab a soda. Oh, I can go to the bathroom. I can come right back. Perfect time. It was always like 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, this is fine. And they were well set up. Most shows built to the commercial breaks.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And that's why it's so jarring watching things on Pluto and
or Comet or any of these places. My God, even Tubi does the same thing too.
Yes. Yeah,
and crazy.
I'm so appreciative of them, but again, most of these shows had their commercial breaks planned out already. Like, you know, we'll be back. Like there's a cliffhanger for a commercial, and then something. Anyway, yeah, we all know.
And they're still built into these shows. All you got to do is just do a little extra work, and you could throw your commercials in there.
Yep.
But they're already set up and ready to go. But whatever. What do we know? Just a couple of nerds that grew up with this shit.
Right? But like 3-minute commercials to watch this, I'm just kind of like, fuck, dude. Even wearing Gertie, I was just kind of like, can I play a game while this commercial's on? Can I play Deadpool? No, okay.
That's how that worked. Okay.
Yeah, so I played Magic while the commercials were on, because I could look down and play Magic on. Yeah, AR is awesome.
Augmented reality.
Yeah, it is.
I get that in one of the cell phone games I have. But that being said, you want to talk about some episodes?
Let's do it. Let's break them down.
All right. Mind the Baby, episode number 1 of season 2. Crichton, Aaron, and Dargo are stranded in an asteroid field while Scorpius searches for them. Their safety depends on Crace, who is nearby in Talon. Aaron teaches Crace how to control the young Leviathan, the only thing she can offer in return for the lives of her friends. When Moya returns to the asteroid field to look for her offspring, and Crichton decides to remove Crace from control of Talon, Scorpius finally sees sees his chance to strike. And he certainly attempts to, but everybody kind of skirts away. And this is a good follow-up to the season ender. Like, everybody's alive, everybody's fine. Some of them are a little bit crazy, but we basically get the resolution to the plot in the cliffhanger of season 1, and it kicks us off to, hey, we're off and running again because we're trying to flee crazy commander.
Yes. Now it's not Craze. Now it's, the one that's twice as bad, at least.
Yep. And at least with this one, you also get Crace like getting a little more confrontational with Scorpius. Now he's got a ship of his own and nobody to kind of undermine him. He can feel like he's got some authority again. And I totally like how Scorpius is like, my patience is formidable, but it is not indefinite.
Yeah, that was a really neat quote. My patience is formidable. Wow. That's not something you hear somebody say very often or refer to as formidable, like the size of their penis, perhaps, their punch, their stink of their gas.
If that was a dick measuring contest, he won that with like 3 words or 4.
But never my patience is formidable. That's somebody that's just like has 0 fucks to give. And I love that.
Yeah, I could care less about your ass.
Right. Now, the commander, the guy who's always saying, yes, we're going to catch them, or this is going to, who's in Scorpius's command, basically. Does he ever get killed like Vader style?
The lieutenant?
Yeah. Like
the squirrely looking white guy?
Yeah.
No.
He just seems like he should get force choked eventually for failing.
He's got a little bit of an arc as well.
All right. But he's
going to try not to spoil things for you, even though it's like a 20-plus-year-old show, but
fair enough.
Some things are best left to find out with this show as you watch.
I respect that. Because this show is full of surprises. It's fun.
Oh, yes. Lots of duplicity, lots of shades of gray, and make you keep on guessing. And that's what I really like about a lot of moments in a lot of these episodes, especially this one. Everybody's a little bit on the shady side.
Yeah, they were. Everyone's wanting to trust one another, but they just can't because of Crace and Talon and
Scorpius and Aaron lying about what she's doing.
Well, that's part of the
rock, paper, scissors. Come on, Kevin.
Oh my God, that was the best. But rock would go through the paper.
How does that make any sense?
It was so stupid, but then you're like, damn, Dargo got a point.
Yeah. That's the dynamic I like between the two of them. That's a good relationship.
They had the funniest relationship this season. Like,
buckle up.
Somebody was buckled up. I think Shiana.
She was strapped on.
Yep.
Well, by the end of these first 11 episodes, she was. Dargo had a little side fling just before that, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Which we'll get to that soon.
Oh.
Maybe he like older women.
Oh, yeah. That was that did not go in the direction I thought it was going to go.
Yeah. It went up.
Oh, it went up, but I thought we'll get to that. I thought she was going to be a bad person.
But no, it's a great end to the cliffhanger from season 1, and then in episode number 2, Vitas Mortis, Dargo takes part in a sacred ritual that helps a dying Luxon and Oracan to pass on. During the ritual, the Oracan invokes a ritual of renewal, drawing from what she thinks is Dargo's strength. Consequently, Moya starts to age rapidly. And ultimately, the Oracan is pulling the life force out of Moya, and she made herself younger in doing so. But to take away life is to give life, and that's how that was working with her. She was taking the life, and it was giving her a renewed sense of youth and exuberance and feeling frisky towards Dargo, while Moya is falling apart at the seams very, very quickly, and to some crazy antics, especially with Rigel's butt getting stuck in a in a gap to the outdoor hall.
It's crushing me.
Well, and Chiana getting her legs stuck in like the frozen like vat.
Oh God, that was messed up too.
Hey, do the laundry. I like Dargo. Why are you doing Dargo's laundry? I like Dargo. I don't like you. Then she gets stuck in there, and then she has a hard time walking afterwards.
That was fucked up. She's got like the worst luck with her legs this season.
I mean, yes, she does. And then in another episode, she breaks her damn leg.
Yeah, and it doesn't get fixed, and you're just kind of like, oh, suckage.
Yeah, but at least with in Vitas Mortis, Crichton's at least trying to understand the Luxon ways. Because initially he's very like, I don't like this idea of a ritual and you sacrificing your life for her, but at least he sat down with the Oracan and actually tried to understand and listen and pay attention to what was going on. That was very refreshing to see in a science fiction show, because you don't see that in many shows in general anymore anyway. Actually taking the time to, I don't like what's going on, but maybe you can explain it to me so maybe I can at least accept this to a degree. And I thought that was very well done.
And on top of that, he showed great restraint during the ritual by sitting and fidgeting the entire time,
despite hearing the screams from the room.
Yeah, and being very, very concerned for his best friend. So, like, that was just a really, really good scene.
Yep.
And you're right. Like, it showed that Crichton is not your average John Wayne hero in a sci-fi movie where he's just going to go off half-cocked and kick the door in and shoot the bad guy and that be that. Roll credits. No,
that would have been a short episode.
Yeah, he did more of a Spock thing where he sat down and like you said, explain it to me.
Mm-hmm.
What could go wrong? What could happen that's good?
What's the worst that happens? I actually learned something here.
Yeah, right. And it was a good scene in general. Like not so much just good storytelling, but it was a good scene between the two actors. It was very good monologues.
Oh yes.
And
there's some really good acting in this particular episode, and I'm like, okay, I think the cast is fully gelled all the way through, especially with the new faces like Chiana.
Yes.
And Grace becoming a little bit more. Grace isn't in this one, but you're starting to feel like the cast and the crew, they got it dialed in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on the creative front too.
They do. There's no awkwardness at all. Like everyone just kind of gels and vibes. There's no bad chemistry.
I would agree with that.
Even with the puppets, people are like, just
yeah.
Everyone interacts with Rigel so well.
Yeah, I would fully agree with that, especially with Pilot as well.
Oh gosh, yes. The scene where Aaron is rubbing his face to calm him, you're just kind of like, oh wow, that was really good.
Well, after ripping his arm off in the previous season and her getting spliced with his DNA, I mean, that's going to do a trip too.
Yeah. Poor Pilot, man. He gets he gets messed up so bad consistently. Oh, yeah. Like he gets the short end of the stick all the time. And he maintains being positive for the most part until he goes nuts.
Yeah, when he goes nuts, everything goes nuts.
That was pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, that's a fantastic episode, and we'll be getting to that one shortly.
Yes.
Is there anything else about Vitas Mortis or Mortis that you liked?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well,
Not-
episode 3, Take the Stone.
Oh my God, that was really hard to watch. Hard to watch.
That is, I know what that episode is every time I do a rewatch, and whenever I get up to it, I'm like, I don't know if I like this episode, but I end up watching it and I end up liking it. But I always feel weird getting into the episode when it starts playing. I'm like, I know what episode this is. It's very weird. I don't know how best to describe it other than
It's like
oddly
watching Cats.
depressing. Huh?
It's like watching Cats.
It's like, what the frick is going on here? I mean, I like the Chiana storyline part, but the rest of the episode is just bizarre. It's like we're all on some acid trip watching this particular episode.
Well, it is.
And it's not a bad episode. It's just like, it's very trippy. It's very weird.
It's Peter Pan sacrificing the Lost Boys to stay young.
Kinda, yeah. That's a good way to put it.
That's the way I looked at it. Like the leader of these kids is sacrificing them. He knows that he's got the stone that's going to levitate, that the kids are going to fall down and die, and that he's not going to ever face that fate. So, but that made me think of the new Peter Pan from the Poonaverse, where rather than taking kids to save them, he's not saving them.
Neverland Nightmare or whatever that is.
Yeah. So, but this was good. The only thing is for one thing, if you don't like tweakers, this is not the episode for you. People that bird neck and shit like that, not the episode for you. People that talk in weird ass fucking slang. If you don't speak jive, this episode is not for you.
Yeah, Kevin, 6'7", bro. 6'7".
Word. And
which I have no idea what the hell that even means.
It doesn't mean anything.
Something new lately.
It doesn't mean anything. It was something that kids made up to say to annoy the teachers, to make them think it meant something, and it doesn't mean anything. So they're just saying 6'7", 6'7", for the sake of saying 6'7", and it doesn't mean a single fucking thing. Whereas Gen X is like 6'9", your mom.
Or I got 2 words for you. No, I'm not going to finish that.
I will, little bastards.
You usually do.
I hate
it's a joke for another night.
I hate children so much. I had 3 of them.
Joke's on you then.
Right? Like maybe it'll get better if I have another one. No? How about one more? All right. We'll stop then. Just cut my balls off.
Well, you put it that way.
Okie doke.
But the big takeaway from taking this stone is Chiana has a brother and he died, and she was notified by a specific little device that was implanted on both of them. And when one of them dies, it shuts off and it goes through like cyberspace or whatever. It does take time to translate. It's not instantaneous, but she found out her brother died and Crichton kind of blew her off. And so that was a big crux of the episode. Otherwise, Rigel's stealing from the dead and finding out things are cursed. And he's like, okay, I'll put everything back.
Were they really cursed though?
Something was going on with the mask. And there's always been a little bit of spiritualness to the show. They don't really like dip too far into it, but they make it so fantastical. It's like,
because
was it something alien or something going on?
Yeah, or was it Dargo messing with them?
Nobody was messing with, I don't think anybody was specifically messing with them. But
yeah, and at this point, I don't either. Yeah. But at first, it's kind of like, are they fucking with him? And even he comes out there like, all right, which one of you did it?
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I liked that episode. It's hard to watch, but it's very likable.
Yeah. And it gives you a lot of information on Chiana. So that's always a good plus. And then in Crackers Don't Matter, the crew returns from a commerce planet with a load of crackers and an alien called Traltix, who promises he can alter Moya's electromagnets to make her untraceable. And Crichton is skeptical. It seems too good to be true. As they pass through a constellation of pulsars, an increasing paranoia affects the crew, turning them violently against each other. Crichton must fight against his own paranoid delusions to work out what Traltix is actually doing and how to stop him. Now, Kevin, what did you think about this episode?
This episode was fucking cool. Like,
it's a popular one amongst fans. So
it's predictable, but it's supposed to be predictable.
Yes.
Like Crichton tells you at the very beginning, I don't trust this guy. This guy's gonna fuck us over. Like that happens within the first like 2 minutes of the episode starting.
Big I told you so.
Yeah. And but the neat thing about it is this particular bad guy is blind and looks just like a short version of Sinestro.
Yep,
if he was tall, yeah, he looks just like Sinestro with the mustache and the goofy shaped head, and he's somewhat pink.
Yep.
And again, a formidable bad guy. He was into what? Suggestion? Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, he was messing up with everybody's ocular vision a little bit.
That's right.
And making everybody cranky and distrustful and paranoid. But with Zan, she was so distracted by the pulsar lights, feeling all giddy and happy and having a few orgasms at the same time.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, funny. She had almost like the look of shame at the end of the episode, like I almost had too much of a good time.
Like nobody saw that, right? We're not going to talk
Especially when
about
John
this.
was like, "Tell them, when I'm near him, I feel not nearly as strong with the effects of this, that, and the other, or the paranoia, or the crankiness." And like, okay, you finally at least confirmed what Crichton was saying. Is like, it's Traltix, it's not the pulsars.
It's what?
It's Traltix, not the pulsars that was messing with the crew.
Yeah,
that was the whole point of that. But good visuals, good. I love the actual pulsars when we saw them. That was a really cool look.
Yes. Yeah. And then the acting from the bad guy, the more light. You're just like, dude, he is really getting into this shit. And Pilot's like, well, okay.
I guess I'll give you everything. I'm giving her all I got, Captain.
Yeah, he's like, we really can't, or we're gonna explode. I need more. Sure.
Like, Kevin, I want my ice cream. What is ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. You scream. We all scream for ice cream. Ben and Jerry's.
John's references to keep himself sane is just amazing.
And they're all well done.
Yeah, and Zan even makes the comment, I ordinarily have no idea what you're talking about. But
I don't even try anymore, yeah.
Yeah.
And even Rigel was like, what is ice or whatever? What is ice cream?
Yeah, because that's all he's like.
If
I don't
he knew
care.
He would eat it.
Oh, fucking Rigel eats everything.
He's got 3 stomachs.
Right? And he loves
when Dargo got mad, he started shoving crackers down his throat.
Yeah, tell him, don't worry, you've got 3.
Yeah.
That was savage, though. Like, he was just brutalizing that puppet. He really was.
Well, they were beating the shit out of each other, too, so.
Yeah, biting.
Fighting, punching, kicking.
Yeah.
Yelling.
Yeah, Rigel's small, but he is not a bitch.
No. And he's a nasty little bastard when he's pushed.
He is. I bit John.
I dig that episode, though. Crackers Don't Matter. It's always a fun one for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a quick bottle episode with a villain, but you don't learn anything new, but you got to have these every now and then.
No, and again, like I said, you can't complain because it was fun. It's not like a Christmas episode where you're like, oh, let's just throw it in. It's a seasonal thing.
Or a Halloween episode, or
yeah. It's nothing like that. It was a good episode where you're just kind of like, okay, maybe this guy can come back again later.
Oh,
He was a memorable villain.
very much so.
Yeah.
I never remember the name, but the look is very, very impressive.
I just called him Little Sinestro.
Little Sinestro. I like it. I like
it. Use the fear ring.
For a minute, I'm like, did you say use the beer ring?
No, but that sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Right?
Well, the next episode is a pretty big episode, actually. The Way We Weren't. A data cam tape shows Aaron as part of a peacekeeper firing squad that executed Moya's first pilot. The rest of the crew wants answers, but Aaron is reluctant to revisit her past, especially her relationship with Velarek. Excuse me. The man who grafted the current pilot into Moya's system. Pilot refuses to communicate with the crew, not wanting to reveal his own complicity in the murky circumstances surrounding his installment as Moya's pilot, which is the big twist on this episode. Otherwise, it's largely like predictable kind of formula. It's really good. But when you get to the point of like why was Pilot so angry? Pilot was angry that he basically volunteered to do this.
Yeah.
And he was very eager to become a pilot in a ship, and he was a little too young for it. He wasn't ready for it. And that's ultimately, both of them regretted moments from their past, especially surrounding Moya.
Well, Soon wouldn't have had that regret had Pilot not agreed to the proposition in the first place. And that's really what he tells her. Like, you don't need to have that guilt. You wouldn't have had to kill her had I not been the one that said, sure, I'll take her place.
But Velarek also said, if not you, I'm going to find somebody else who will.
Yes. Yeah. So why not this Pilot? We like him.
Yep. And this Pilot is very much cares about Moya and willingly rips out the tendrils that cause the pain and create control. So now there can be a natural bonding with Moya, which ultimately will make everything easier and more communicable. And a symbiotic relationship between the two can actually carry forward naturally instead of how it was forced into it.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like, there's not really too much of a plot device or spoiler to tell you, like, nothing really comes from that too much, other than they can't starburst all the time when they want to for a few episodes. By the end of the season, it's really a non-issue.
Fair enough. Yeah, because they say, it could take weeks, it could take months, it could take a year, but you will regain your control with Moira.
Yep. So, and that's not really a big plot point. So,
yeah,
it's just a good point for the character.
Yeah, and it was a really good story for both of them, I think.
Yeah, it's a fantastic episode. It's probably the best episode of this first batch, in my opinion.
It's pretty heavy. It really is. There's a lot to unload in this episode.
Right. And it's important to break down Aaron a little bit and show like the kind of person she used to be. So
yeah.
And what she did, she had to turn her boyfriend in.
To get what she wanted. That's shady as fuck.
But then we also find out what he was up to was trying to prevent Moya from getting pregnant with Talon.
Yep.
That was another big twist, but it's like, okay, that actually kind of it fills in gaps of other plot logic.
Yep. We tried giving her a diaphragm, but no. Side
Dargo
bitch
had to go and break the damn thing.
My side bitch went and, told the boss.
Dargo can't keep it in his pants, man. You just got to keep on popping that cherry.
Dargo's got the strength to break any diaphragm.
Yeah, he does. But highly recommend everybody check at least out The Way We Weren't. for episode 5. And then we got picture, if you will, for episode number 6. Chiana is given a picture that predicts the future, depicts the death of Chiana, and followed by the rest of the crew who appear to die one by one in self-fulfilling prophecies. We get the return of Maldus from season 1, basically the space vampire guy.
Yeah, it took me a while to remember who the hell he was.
Yeah, because we waited a long time to get back to this show. If we had watched it a little sooner, it would have been like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, like they were saying his name, Maldus, and it was like, bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, every time they did it, I always was having that in my head too, like, dun, dun, dun.
And I'm completely unimpressed because I can't remember who they're referring to. And like you said, it's been a year and a half, more than a year and a half since we watched it.
Yeah.
And then I see his costume and the neck frill, the Shakespearean neck frill that he's got. I'm like, oh, that turd. All right. I'm like, whatever. I'm still not frightened of you. Like, you're dressed like you going to a play in the 19th or the 15th century. Like, you're not scary looking at all, but whatever. He was a very scary man. He had great eyes.
Oh yes. Yeah, very probably a stage actor, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yes, he had great presence, very much so, but he was able to utilize making his eyes look scary on top of having those yellow contact lenses in. Because it's hard to emote with contacts.
It is.
And he still did very, very well. So yeah, I would say he's probably a stage actor.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he did a pretty good job considering. It's just like for people, if you wait too long between watching the seasons, it could be a problem. That's why as we're going forward, we're not going to be waiting so long for the next seasons because it's going to become more and more important that you remember actually things that happened in the first season or 2. Not so much the first season, but from this point forward, seasons 2 through 4, you're going to want to. You're going to be picking up a lot of things that were dropped during the season and the next season. So
fair enough. Well, there have been, I want to say 3 shows that I had zero problem with finishing before it was time. This is one of them. Ash versus Evil Dead is one of them.
Yep.
And Age of Resistance, because damn, these are all addictive shows.
Yeah. And once you're hooked, you got to keep on going. You just gotta. So I'm sorry I made us wait too long, but we're back to Farscape, everybody.
Well, I mean, frankly, it was Black Friday. It took Black Friday a long time to come around.
Well, yeah, and with Shout Factory and some of their titles going out of print and getting moved over to a different distributor, that's how things go. I mean, everybody could still go get this set. They made quite a few copies, so you'll be able to get this set still for a while. I'd actually recommend this as a Christmas gift for your science fiction people or family that are into these kind of shows. They like Babylon 5, they like Star Trek, they're probably going to like this one.
If they like Henson and they like Earth to Ned, they're going to love this show.
Yeah, there's quite a few different, there's a little bit of everything in this for everybody. So
Earth to Ned reminds me, or Ned in general reminds me of Pilot.
Okay. I don't really remember that one, but
it's on Disney Plus. It is a parody of late night TV shows. An alien was supposed to come to Earth and blow it up, and he saw a transmission of a late night show and decided that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to have his own late night show. So he starts abducting celebrities up to his spaceship to interview them. And I think the first one is Andy Richter. And it was really funny. Grant Pachoco is one of the puppeteers on it. He and Kevin Clash are like 2 little rats behind Andy Richter on it. And I'm just kind of like, I'll be goddamned. Grant and Master Splinter. That's cool. Anyway,
Very cool.
Puppeteers. I like puppeteers. I can't help it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. We've had a couple. We know a few.
We do. We do. We'll get more.
Yeah, there wasn't too much puppetry going on in this one, but
No, not this episode.
wasn't really necessary. So it kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's a fun episode, but you have to know who they're talking about from the first season in order to really pick up the subtlety. But I liked it when my favorite moment, and then we can move on to the next episode, is basically when Zan tells Aaron, kill the guy and leave. And Aaron just straight up shoots the guy. She doesn't even hesitate.
Yeah, right. I would never. Everyone needs to do exactly what I say, and she's like, "All right, whatever." I don't even know that Aaron actually got that message. But she still fucking shot the guy.
Well, I think John told her that if you get contacted by Zan, whatever she tells you to do, you do it, and don't bother, because he did have to spread the word to whoever was still around that hadn't been killed yet.
Yeah. And the kill scenes were actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
They're
they're always pretty good in this show.
Yeah, Chiana, burning to death. That was
In a
intense.
freezer.
Yeah, in a freezer. Dargo getting impaled. That was pretty impressive. It was all good stuff.
John exploding on a electric grid. That was pretty awesome.
That Zan pushed him on.
Yeah. So I liked it. It was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Episode number 7. Home on the Remains. Desperately short of food, Chiana leads the crew to a dead budong where she once worked. Without any currency, they must work for food and supply to the deteriorating Zan with some meat. I think the little synopsis is a little wonky with its semantics.
Yeah. This might have been the hardest episode to watch.
Yeah.
If there was a my least favorite, this would be it, I think.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Like, it's not bad. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's because the bad guy was just such a smarmy douche where I'm just kind of like, I don't like this. I don't like him. He's not that interesting. He's gross, whatever.
I think he's not that interesting, because I always felt that about this episode. Like, just didn't work as kind of a villain. It just felt like a ho-hum episode. I like the creature effects. I like the overall concept of a dead budong, the giant space creature that they were mining from. I like that. And I liked a lot of the character work. But for the overall point of the story, it was like, man, the sheriff dude was just a complete waste of time and space. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So it kind of fell a little flat for that. But I'm like, whatever. Not all of these can be hits.
Yeah, no. And again, even when it was bad, it was still pretty enjoyable. There was nothing to complain about. I wasn't waiting for it to be over.
I love the monkey creature. That was pretty damn rad. And then doing the Star Wars death scene, like on the Rancor with closing the door on the thing. I'm like, I know they probably wanted to throw a line in there, but they knew better. And so they just left it with the door closed on them.
They did a really good job with their references and not getting sued.
Yeah, exactly.
There are Easter eggs all over each episode.
Yeah,
everywhere. They did a great job of incorporating everything from pop culture that was awesome at the time.
Oh yeah, and even things that were just pretty fresh too were still relevant. I mean, they did keep it within the reason. Like, we were getting like Buffy references here and there.
Yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is going to be dead.
Yeah, especially in that 11th episode. Buffy's going to be dead. And it's like nobody you know is going to be still alive. It would have been funny if he said, I'll never know the ending of like whatever show that was on at the time. I'll never know how Stargate turned out or something like that. That would have been funny.
Did Sam get back home?
Oh, dude, I would have loved that. That would have been great.
Well, no.
Leaping from life to life, striving to put right what once went wrong. I'm sorry, I'll stop that or I'll go on. I love that show too.
I did too.
But it's a ho-hum episode, but there's some cool ideas in it.
Yeah. The revenge for the friend that got killed and the boyfriend thing, person, brother, I don't know. But the guy got his comeuppance. That was neat. He got eaten by his own monster. That was fun.
And then they ate the monster.
Hey, that's right. They did. That's where they got the meat. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And they didn't kill the sheriff. Chiana shot something on the wall and it acid all over the arm.
Yeah, and it melted his hand.
Yep.
That's right.
But dead Kiva. Carolina style. I liked Crichton standing up after eating that and then popping the belt, being like, yep, I'm good now.
And there's still Aaron's carving it.
Yeah, for Zan, who's just like, more.
It's her fourth plate.
Yeah.
Such a good show. And I know people are going to hate me for saying this, but I like this a lot more than Firefly. And Firefly was a great show. I enjoy this more than Firefly. I enjoy
They're
this.
Different shows too.
They are, but as far as having your family on a spaceship out wherever, you've got Firefly, Star Trek, Lost in Space. This, they're a trope in a way. And to me, this is the best one, or this is my favorite one. Like, I like this crew. I like this family. I like this universe. It's fun.
Yeah.
And still dangerous. Still very dangerous.
Yeah, nobody's technically safe. I mean, they're not. There might be some plot armor around some characters, but they definitely make you second guess from time to time enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Episode number 8, Dream, a Little Dream. When Zan and Crichton are stranded in a transport pod, Zan recounts the story of her time with Chiana Rigel after family time. What the frick is with... I need to not read this anymore, but they landed on a planet where 90% of the population are lawyers. Boy, are you screwed. And Zan was framed for murder. And this is a little bit of it's a slow-paced episode. It doesn't really do too much, but it does fill in the gaps of what happened before the events of the season opener. I like the episode. I like it because Chiana and Rigel, after being told, don't lie the whole time, don't do anything too shady the whole time, that's how they get Zan off the hook, as they pull some shady stuff with the base law and the light on a stick. The more it shines, the more you're lying. It's like the Pinocchio effect. The nose grows longer. And so that was not lost on me. And I'm like, okay, that was actually pretty clever. And they got Zan off scot-free, but a good portion of the episode was more of Zan just like hallucinating and having a real serious meltdown.
Yeah, and that was really well done. Like
Virginia Hay is fantastic actress.
She rocked it out of the park in this episode.
Yep.
I wish she did more. I would love to see her in so much more.
I believe she still does a little bit of acting. It's not as much as it used to be, though. I'm pretty sure she slowed down. But she was also in The Road Warrior. Second Mad Max movie. Yep.
That's right.
She was awesome in that, too. I think she was better as Zan in Farscape, though. I'm partial.
I'm partial.
Big blue bitch.
I like blue.
But yeah, so it's worth watching. It's nothing stark realizations or anything, but it's a good fill in the gaps sort of episode.
Yeah.
Episode 9. out of their minds. After an attack by the Holosians, a familiar-looking face, so to speak, the crew of Moya find their minds and bodies swapped. They must find a way to get their minds switched back into their own bodies before the Holosians can power up and destroy Moya. And they reused the skeleton and the puppetry for the Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. So popular fan theory has always been those are really Skeksis, but in Farscape canon, it's not them. It's a different species and everything, but they look so much alike. It's crazy. So a lot of us have like this. It's just a fan theory thing. Like, no, they're like distant cousins of the Skeksis. They gotta be.
Skeksis were lizards. These guys were birds.
Yeah.
But and I would have thought the same thing. I didn't realize Skeksis were lizards until we just watched Age of Resistance last year. And that's when Augur called them their lizard butts. Anyway, I totally digressed, and it's not even Tuesday night. Oh, the Skeksis things. These guys, this might have been my favorite episode because of that in general. Like, that's such a soft spot and sweet spot for me.
Oh yeah.
But the acting, wow, everyone pretending to be each other was just amazing. Everyone,
that was some good work, dude.
Nobody was outshining anybody else in this episode. Everyone just knocked it out of the park. Deserved an award for this episode, a Saturn Award, if you will, or a Golden Globe. It was just top-notch acting from every single person.
Especially Crichton in Aaron's body.
I like Gianna and Dargo's body.
Yep. Anthony Simcoe, bro. The head nods and the shimmies and everything he was doing was great. Or in
really light
voice body, and he needed to pee. He zipped it up. Oh, yaps. Such good subtle humor. Cracks me up every time watching this episode.
And then he's telling the guy that throws up, "Oh, don't worry about it. It happens all the time here. I just peed in the deck." Like,
yeah, nothing unusual here.
Rigel's such a piece of shit.
Yep. He really is. And he never stops being that either.
And that the vomit that he spews out that's gonna disable the
like
ship.
Red Jello.
Yeah, that effect was neat. It was all, like you said, it was basically red Jello or slime falling down, upside down, in reverse, and it looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It just looked so cool the way they showed it, and that's really all it was. Is they poured it down, but they spun the camera around and then put it in reverse, and then made it look like it was going up the pipes. And it was so fucking neat looking.
Yep.
I love
good camera work. Hey, when you don't have that much of a budget to work with, you got to get creative.
That's what makes the best horror films the best. Like when they get creative with their angles and stuff like that, and it looks real enough where you're just kind of like, ooh, that's what makes it memorable.
Exactly.
Yes.
I love the body swapping episodes. Those are usually, in most shows, they're kind of This is a top-notch one, everybody.
Yeah.
And then they had the pictures of who was in whose bodies. It's like an ID card.
That was funny as hell. That was so fucking funny.
Everybody had this terrible look on their face, like, ugh.
And then they had to do it a second time.
Yep.
That was even better. Because they had to swap the pictures.
Yep. And that was funny watching like Gianna already. I'm taking this off. It's got to go to somebody else.
And then Pilot gets knocked out.
Yep. Well, Pilot was almost dying from that. That was crazy. And Zan taking over the ship after convincing like the Holosians to basically kill each other, and then she knocks the other one out. And what, you want me to shoot? I want to talk to Crichton. She wants to talk to you. Everything's fine over here, Zan. Just shoot us, please. Full power. She's like, okay.
Sure thing.
We'll explain later.
It was a lot of fun. I loved the creatures in this. Like the creature features. The creature features sell it in general, and it's supposed to. It's Henson, but this was just the top notch.
Oh, I agree.
Loved it.
Yeah, the visuals are really cool, and they were still using the defense shield from the Zelbinian, but I think that is not much longer for the show. I think it's basically fried at the end of this one. Or no, it's actually in the next episode. I think it totally kicks the bucket, which is my 3 Crichtons. A strange energy ball enters Moya and engulfs Crichton. And boy, sounds like you got something to say about this one, Kevin.
I didn't dislike this one so much.
I like it. I ain't got no problem with it.
I didn't think I was going to.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit predictable. I'll give it that.
Oh,
much.
it is. Yeah.
John's wearing dentures. Future John wears dentures, and it shows, or it
sounds like it.
It sounds like it is the problem. And what's worse is he lays that Texan accent on.
Yes, he does.
Super thick the longer the episode goes on. And you're just kind of like, oh my man, stop. Is this because is this compensating the dentures? I mean, I know it's hard to talk with the men, like especially when you're first learning. It's a bitch. But stop with the accent. Like you're killing it. You're killing it. And he was doing a good job at it. Just John doesn't really talk with that thick of an accent at all.
I think they did that just to separate him as a future John and being like thinking he's better than everybody.
Yeah, which he certainly did. He was most arrogant motherfucker there was.
Yep. And the primitive one was the most kind and warm-hearted one of them all. But he could beat up everybody.
Golly, I know he was supposed to, but he was just kind of dumb. He was
a little bit. But
he
did serve a proper point at the end where he basically murders the future one. And he was like, no, this is your time. We're leaving.
Yeah, like I could have just thrown him in there, but you know what? Fudge it. I'm gonna kill myself anyway.
I'm not supposed to be here either. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go let them experiment on me. Bye.
Later.
John.
Home Improvement. Dun, 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 dun.
But no, this again, not a bad episode, but I'd say this would be my second least favorite.
Yeah, I enjoy this one. I just kind of watch this one as like another bottle episode where nothing really happens. Really?
At all.
And everything's fine with it. I appreciate seeing the different Crichtons, but I feel like if there was an episode you could have probably taken out of this season, this would probably be the one I'd say you could probably skip this one.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't if you're a first-time watcher.
It was fun, but that was it.
Yeah, it was nice seeing like Ben Browder doing some different roles, but
yeah.
Otherwise, pretty standard episode, but
and get caked in hair and latex.
You're right. And probably a lot of damn makeup work for that.
Poor guy. Hours.
Oof. No kidding. No wonder why they kept shooting like separate scenes with everybody.
Right. We're not doing this again. Get it all done now.
Yeah. But no, there's some good character moments in it too. So, I mean, it keeps the chemistry with the cast and everything rolling along and all the characters. But the big episode and our last episode tonight, look at the Princess Part 1. A kiss is but a kiss. To avoid capture by Scorpius, Crichton is forced to propose to a princess. However, there are competitors for the throne and a rival working with a Scaran with plans to eliminate Crichton. The Scaran's already there. He's like a political envoy, and they're trying to make some sort of treaty with basically this is a colony of Sebaceans, former peacekeepers that branched off like 1900 years before, and they have their own planet, their own defense system, and it's pretty badass. And they got to figure out they're trying to figure out what's going on. We get introduced to the Scarens, which are going to be a pretty common enemy coming up here for the next couple of years.
Cool.
The prosthetics get even better, actually, and they make them a lot nastier. So none of them are good. They're all pretty bad.
I liked seeing the fight, like John beating the shit out of the guy's head. I was like, yeah, smack it again, smack it again.
Yeah, that was pretty funny towards the end there. And so, yeah, we get introduced to Scarens and another Sebacean colony. And then Scorpius shows up and basically is like, John, I finally have you right where I want you. And he's got to make a choice. You marry the princess, you stay here, you're protected, or you go with him and have your brain dissected. Those are your only options. So, what'd you think of this so far? It is a part 1, so we are getting another part or 2 to this.
It is a very long part 1, but it's a really good part 1 at the same time. Conundrum, yes. I know, or oxymoron, I know, but it's really, really good. It's so good that it leaves you kind of like, oh gosh, I know all this other wonderful stuff happened before, but this was really good. Wonderful storytelling. It's got excellent acting. Like all the best parts of everyone's characters come out in this episode. Everyone's got great moments with one another. Everyone's got moments of telling John what he should do versus telling Aaron what she should do and what she should do with John. And then my favorite moment, though, has got to be where you see just how close John and Dargo are, where John needs to talk about what's happening to Dargo right then, and it doesn't matter what's happening. So as Char's writing him, he starts telling him what the fuck is going on. Oh, hi, Chara. And then continues talking about what he was saying.
Because he's so mad. He's like, I'm not giving a damn.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Dargo's like, really? Right now? Like, you can't see what's happening.
And Gianna walks away like, oh my God, this is happening.
Yeah. It was so fucking funny. But this was a neat episode. This was a neat episode, not just because it's a catch-22, but you see John wanting to fight against it, but you also see him wanting to cower at the same time, because he's like, Scorpius is like, fuck that. He's got PTSD against it, does not want any part of that. And that's totally respectable. We saw him get tortured. But then you're seeing Aaron not wanting to accept defeat. And so it's really being left up to Aaron's cleverness and fighting everybody else's logic and her own guilt. And Gigi even tells her, dude, you're not mad at me. You're not mad at John. You're mad at you. And she gets pissed off about that because she knows, John is right.
Oh, yeah. Well, she shuns John at the beginning of the episode. Like, they're making out in the cockpit, and she's like, I will not be a slave to your hormones, John.
You could be the master to my hormones then, if that's better for you.
Well, it's like you're scenting your hair and you're definitely leading a line. What'd you expect to happen?
Yeah, right? Prick. Sorry. Did I say that?
A little loud, but I think you're all right.
It's Friday. No one cares.
Yeah, no kidding.
Friday are for tricks.
Tricks are for kids. Wait.
I
Silly
saw
rabbit.
I saw that Milk Money movie once.
I think was that the Ed Harris movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god, then yeah, I have seen that one. I think I saw that when I was in college. I was like, wow, that's a damn weird movie.
Yeah. I think I saw it. Yeah. Anyway, so I liked this episode, and it was really, really hard not to watch episode 12 today, and I won't until
You can
next
now.
week. Well, yeah, sure, but I didn't want to watch it before we recorded this tonight, and I don't want to be like, oh, it'll be okay, everybody. You'll see. Wait until next week. No, I don't know, and I'm agitated because I want to know how he's going to get away from Scorpius. I want to know if the princess and her real boyfriend get together, because again, this was so Shakespearean, and they even make fun of it to the point where the brother who wants to usurp the throne, like John's telling him, dude, you know what? It's cool. We've got plenty of situations and plenty of families like you back where I come from. I don't care. I don't want to be king, dude. That's all you. I got to go.
Yeah, the second I can get off this planet, I'm out of here.
Yeah. He's like, I got no beef with you. I don't want what you want. I just want to go home.
You want to be king? Just get me off this planet.
And more power to you.
And you would have thought he would have tried to actually help him get off the planet then.
Yeah. And it wasn't that John was being a coward. Not at all. Like he wanted to be with Aaron, didn't want to be stuck on the planet necessarily.
Well, after the first round of like the drug and the kissing, he was like, I love this place.
I'm never gonna leave.
After a few kisses, he was like, I think I'm good.
Yeah, but it's been a great episode so far. I know we said the one was the best, but this was a really solid, fun episode.
Yeah, and a beginning of a really good story arc. So, and it'll leave like breadcrumbs for a few other things. So, I think everybody should kick back, relax, and enjoy Farscape going forward from us. So, I think it's a really good episode. It's really good first part. I know I just said that, but overall, I think this is a really good story arc for everybody to have. You got Dargo and Shiana hooking up. You got Erin's resolving her issues with John a little bit. John dealing with his issues with Scorpius a little bit. And then you got Moya and Zan running off because they're getting a signal somewhere. Let's see where that goes next. And there's plenty to leave you wanting more. And come back and check out the next episode and find out what's going on. See how things resolve themselves. So I think it's a really good start. Great acting all around still.
Yeah, it's been a treat, and I'm excited to get to the next episodes. It's not often do I see something that I really like that I want to keep watching. And again, we've got 5 seasons to binge, and I'm so excited about it.
4, and then the mini series that wraps it up.
That's kind of what I meant.
Yep. And the way you can easily look at, when we get to it, I'll probably say it again, but you can look at the miniseries as bullet points for the episodes they wanted to do for a 5th season. So about every 12 minutes, you could easily see, well, that could have fit in an episode if you had filled it out. Next 12 minutes, next episode you could have filled out. You can actually see like all the big twists within about every 12 minutes, something big happens. And it's like, okay, I see what happened here. You cut out basically all the filler and you condensed all your bullet points into the miniseries, and they made it work.
Cool.
But it makes you wish they had a chance to do a 5th season to wrap it up.
Golly, I'd like to see a reunion. Like, this is a neat universe.
Well, Ben and Claudia do conventions.
Yeah.
Gigi, she does conventions. I don't know about Wayne and Anthony and some of the others. I think there used to be a Scaper convention, and I never made my way to one, but I always heard like Lonnie Tupu, who is Grace and he voices Pilot. He would always be a bit of a prankster. He was a lot of fun from what I understood to be around at the
That's cool.
conventions.
That's fun. You gotta love people like that.
Yeah. So good time, good community. So if you are new and you are checking out Farscape, highly recommend you go check out some. There are some Facebook groups. I'm not sure what websites are still available. As we conclude on the next episode, we will update a description, and so you'll have a chance to go looking around and checking out the community if you would like. That's about all I got. I know I'm a little bit quieter when it comes to this show. I could ramble on, but it's important to hear from Kevin, who's first time watching this. So he's got the big insight to, like, for a guy who doesn't really get into these kind of shows, what he thinks, and it's great to hear what he's got to say. So
yeah, because
hopefully
I'm a lot more like Amy, where I gravitate more towards fantasy than I do sci-fi. So, but this is so very much my bag.
Right on.
Yeah.
And we can't even get you to watch an episode of Stargate, so whatever. Which is fine. I'm just messing with you.
Bring me puppets, bitch.
Well, there are a couple episodes that use that, but not many.
Anyway.
Well, they do a spoof in episode 200 of Stargate SG-1 of Farscape for a brief moment.
Oh, far out.
Yeah. So
wormholes.
Wormhole extreme, baby. Anyways, that being said, got any other thoughts before we say goodnight to everybody?
No, just thank you again. I'm glad we're getting back to this.
Me too.
I think it's going to be a good time for December, and we could be doing holiday stuff, but let's just do fun shit instead.
Yep, that's what we're going to stick to. We might be doing some holiday stuff for our movie nights, but that's also fun as well.
We promise.
And again, we're back to the second half of Farscape Season 2. We had stopped at about episode 11 the last time, and we're picking right up where we left off. Kevin, this is your first time watching this. Are you still digging the show, or you got some initial thoughts?
Well, I didn't get bored. No, I'm still really enjoying this. I was really curious to see where they were going to take the latter end of this season. There's a couple things that I wish I would have seen a little bit more of, but otherwise, this season was on par with season 1 for me. I don't know how other people view it on like the scale of all 4 seasons, but I really enjoyed this season, or this half of this season. Overall, I enjoyed the entire second season.
Yeah, for a little bit, some of the, like, basically the first half, some people can feel like it's just a repeat of season 1. It's nothing terribly new until you get into about the midpoint with the Look at the Princess episodes. Once you hit that, after that point, you can't even make that comment anymore. So it's because it starts doing its own thing, starts following its own formula, staying within its own world rules and everything like that. So the characters are definitely there a trip the second half of the season.
Everyone changes just slightly in a certain way, and it's not bad, and nobody has any bad character changes necessarily. There was a really weird character choice at the end, but what are you gonna do?
Which character choice?
Oh, the hub scene at the very end with Shiana and Jethro, Joffrey.
Oh, Joffrey or Jotham. Yeah.
No, you're my Joffrey.
Whatever. Get in line with everybody else. But no, yeah, I remember watching this when it was live, and I watched it up to a certain point, and I kind of tapped out because I was doing a bunch of other things. I was also in college at the time. Wait, was this 2000? Yeah, I was in college at the time. And so I definitely got sidetracked, and I didn't get around to watching. I want to say like basically the last, let me take a look at the episodes. I basically watched up to A Clockwork Nabari,
Mhm.
and then I never watched the last the last 4 episodes for at least a few months until I was visiting a friend in North Carolina, and they were a big fan of Farscape, and they're like, "Hey, you gotta check this out," because I had brought part of a First Wave TV show season 3. There were some advanced tapes that I had gotten from a friend, and so I brought those with. And so instead of like tape trading, I brought them out with me. And then, oh hey, well, I got Farscape episodes that I recorded off TV. We did not have DVDs quite yet for fresh seasons.
Yep.
And so at that point, I finally got to watch the last 4, and I'm like, that was awesome. So
Now, what did you think of what the direction went towards the end there? Not so much with the little love triangle that they have, but as far as where we leave Crichton.
oh, that was a great cliffhanger. Made everybody be screaming from what I understood at the time. Because then after that, I was fully on board with their show, and I joined like all the forums and everything like that. Like I was in them before, but I got way more active after that.
Yeah. I thought that was brilliant, and Ben portrayed that stroke really, really well.
Oh God.
It wasn't a stroke, but for lack of a better term, his gibberish was just on point.
Well, and Scorpius plays like the best nasty mother effer of a villain that you could potentially find. And Wayne Pygram does a fantastic job. He's delightfully evil. And then the big twist at partway through the second half of the show about what's really going on inside Crichton's head. And it's a little chip that Scorpio put in him at the end of season 1.
Yep. And
Harvey is what we call him going forward. That is the character name for the Scorpius in his head in the Oak Clone.
That's funny. Yeah, Scorpius imprints his persona in an AI and sticks it in John's head to basically farm out the wormhole information.
Yep.
And he's gonna dissect his brain just because, and then extract it. Which we find out he doesn't have to kill John to do it, but he's going to anyway.
Why not? You're digging around in there already. Just have a little fun with that. Especially when he takes a bite of the brain matter and takes the chip. And he's like, refreshing
cool.
Brain.
They were all so gross, so vile, like between Scorpius and the lady that ran Cloud City there at the end.
Oh, Natiri.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Just they were all just disgusting and delightful, and even the mercenaries were delightfully disgusting looking. So cool and marvelous, like only Jim Henson can do, but they were just marvelous looking.
Yeah, I love Natiri with the claws coming up from her head, and she had this like weird fascination with, you have such nice eyes. And she liked to take eyeballs out and then eat them.
Yeah, and she could taste the color.
Yeah. She's like, oh, blue. That'll taste good.
so soft. Oh, you're like, ugh. I don't
like her and Hannibal would get along just fine.
Kind of, yes. Or even Billy from Black Christmas. Like,
oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy and Agnes. Oh, well.
Crunchy.
So, they're not eyeballs, they're like little stress balls, the little silicone filled ones. They're really gross when they pop.
Spoken with somebody with a lot of experience in that matter.
Sadly.
Well, fine. I guess that's what kind of stream we're going to be having tonight.
I have popped a few eyeballs in my time. None of which human. None of which human.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't think none of them were ever alive, neither. Yeah. And he just bails on me while I say that. It was during a biology.
I had to sneeze. Shut up.
Whatever. It was during biology. I'm not gross. I am gross, but I'm not sick. Not like that.
Well, you are sick, but you're not that sick.
Yeah. I'm more fun.
We'll take your word for it there, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
anyway,
no,
puppets.
Yeah, what'd you think of the puppetry during this season on the overall level? I think they stepped it up quite a bit, and you actually got to see a little bit more of Rigel a little bit here and there,
Yeah.
a little bit more Pilot, and of course a lot of the alien creatures floating around, especially the money that turned into creatures.
They were really cool looking. I liked them. And
It's a
then
little reminiscent of Replicators and Stargate, but they were both coming out about the same time. So
They
I wouldn't say it
remind
was ripping off because they came out about the same damn time.
It reminds me of the clay pots in Kingdom Hearts, where you go to Agrabah to help Aladdin, and all these clay pots are infected with the darkness, and it's like all these different spider legs popping out of them, and then it's like spidery clay pots chasing you,
Running around, dropping acid.
Yes, and you're just kind of like, oh dang, cool. I get to break these too. Unfortunately, there wasn't as much breaking as much as there was burning, but it was still fun.
Oh yeah, of course.
Unless you're Moya.
Well, and yeah, then they have to burn her in order to save everybody, which was a hell of a thing that they had to do. But at least they were able to start getting some medication for her after that.
Yeah, yeah. Poor Moya goes through hell this season. Like,
yeah, she does.
She gets her hole breached once or twice at least. The inside's all corroded and shit. She loses Talon a bunch of times. She goes crazy. Pilot goes crazy along with her. It was a good story arc for her in general. Pilot too.
Oh
Pilot
yeah.
too. I liked seeing Pilot's backstory in this season.
Yeah, that was more in the first half.
Yes, but I still enjoyed it.
The Way We Worked, episode 5.
Yeah. So, but Pilot's just got more to say this season, and he's a bit more forceful. Like, do not
He's now
go
part
near-
of the crew. He's not just some random pilot now.
Yeah, yeah, and gosh, they've told him that, didn't they? Like, you are part of this family.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's right. So, but I really enjoyed the second half of the season. It ramped up completely. I was not bored by the first half of the season. So by the time it got to the second half, where things really start to ramp up from the point where they get to the Empress's planet.
Yep.
Like, it just, like you said, the show cranks it up to 11 at that point. You start getting multiple story arc episodes, which are really fun. They go in threes, I think. All of them went in threes, and it doesn't feel like threes. Like, usually most TV episodes go in 2-part story arcs. This went so smoothly and was so intriguing that it didn't feel like it was 3 episodes at all. Like, you could have gone for 1 extra and you'd been okay.
Yeah, technically, I would say that they do. It's more like 4 in a row because you get like an epilogue. Not so much with the Princess trilogy, but at the very end of this season, it does feel like 3 parts and then an epilogue, which is a great way to have a season-ending cliffhanger, and then come right back and you find out what hell happens.
Yeah, yeah. I do love this show for that. They make excellent cliffhangers.
Yes, the writing is very on point. And yeah, while there may be some episodes that are a bit hit or miss for people, there's breadcrumbs all the way through, even like the self-contained bottle episode, so to speak, of sprinkling little bits and pieces about like building up to the Scorpius reveal. Like, they drop hints here and there, and they were starting to do that during the first half. And I forget which episode specifically it was, but by about once we get to like episode 12 and 13 with the Princess trilogy, starting to come around more and more and more and more. And then all of a sudden, he's like, I can't kill Scorpius, but then you still got a couple more episodes of this, that, and the other, and he's still having some problems with Scorpius, and it starts to ramp up more and more until we get to the Scarron hostage where John's captured. Then you really find out, okay, something's really going on here. It's like, okay, clearly something's going on in his head. Well, exactly what and in what form? What are we going to do about it? That is yet to come. But I think they did a fantastic job building up that. And Ben brother can act. Like,
Yeah.
I was serious. This is the season I am very impressed with him. And with the whole cast as well. Chiana ramps it up, Gigi Edgley, Claudia Black, Saren Sun, even Lonnie Tapu as Commander Crace. He was basically a one-note villain in season 1. Now he's actually a little bit more interesting because he's got some layers to his character. He's got talent at his disposal, and he's kind of in the middle of things. And so I appreciate that. And Scorpius, fantastic bad guy, and Dargo, and then the reunification with his son. So there's a lot of moving parts, and they handle it exceedingly well. And I feel like they really delivered in season 2, and season 3 is even better.
Nice.
It gets crazy, dude. Like, it's you if you thought this season was like, this was really good, there were some choices made. Next season, you're going to be like, well, that was a choice, and that was really good, too.
No more hub stuff? Or a lot more hub stuff?
Not terribly. There is something that does come up here, but this is not a long-running, like, it's not a long-running thing.
Well, I don't imagine the son stays in the picture very long in general. Like,
no, and that's not a spoiler. He doesn't die, but he does leave the ship.
Yeah, like he doesn't.
He's not much longer for the show, but he'll show up from time to time,
and that's cool. And that's a good character wrap up in a way for Dargo. Like, he's been worrying about his son, but you don't need to have him go seasons with him saying, oh, I'm worried about my son. Well, we haven't done shit about it in 3 seasons. No, he has, and he's found his son. So now that arc for him is over. Now he could still be Dargo and continue on without having that burden of a side quest.
Right.
So, and I think that's freeing for the character.
Yeah, because going forward, he's got some big character arcs that are about to really, they're going to go in some really cool directions. And I think you'll appreciate where it ends up going and what ends up getting resolved and everything like that.
His acting in this killed me.
Anthony Simcoe, man.
Absolutely fucking killed me. Where he was playing Dargo as a gay character and then as a bi don't worry about it character fucking destroyed me. Just destroyed me.
I wondered if you'd get a kick out of that. Well, John, you see, we need to have a little conversation.
We want to know if you want to join us. And you're just kind of like, wait, what?
We just need some Luxon oil and a Qualta blade, and of course Chiana. She wants to watch.
She likes to watch. that killed me inside, dude. I wish. I have to look to see if on the Blu-ray there's special features to that, like bloopers or some shit, because that was just delightful to watch. It truly was. So anti-Dargo.
Well, and even like Scorpius in the Hawaiian shirt, and Aaron with like the big like perm curls in her hair.
That tripped me out.
That was totally goofy, but it was like the whole point of that episode was the Scarron wasn't even trying to hide that this was some fake illusion. He was literally trying to actually drive him insane and crack him like a walnut.
Yeah, not realizing that John's already kind of insane and cracked like a walnut.
Yeah, we just didn't know who or what was going on. The assumption was that it was Scorpius. It's like, What's Scorpy up to? This doesn't seem like his kind of style. Then when you find out it's an actual scare, and it's like, okay. And then the redesign on the scaring a little bit was even better too.
Yeah, this guy was really cool looking, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think
Not
they
as-
had finally figured out how they wanted the Scarens to look for the show.
I liked it better with the short neck in this episode than I did in the Prince's little
Trilogy.
Yeah. That guy was kind of goofy looking, and I didn't believe that he beat the entire crew all at once with his hand tied behind his back. I get that they're super duper strong, but come on now. The design on that was not great. The design on this one was much better. The costume was stellar for him. I loved that. And the hideousness in his teeth and his face, I think they really perfected that and shortening the snout a little bit.
Yeah, and then they keep this design for basically the rest of the show, all the way through the miniseries. So,
and then that species is apparently they created Scorpius.
No, Scorpius is a half breed. Ascarin did something naughty with his mom.
Oh, okay,
basically did the unwillingness SA, so to speak,
for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Yep, she got raped. So, just trying to keep words because YouTube is weird sometimes. But yeah, that's what happened. He was the result of that kind of illicit activity, so to speak. And we do get the full story on that, I believe, in season 4, or is it next season? We do actually get his backstory about that specifically at one point or another.
Cool.
I want to say it's actually more season 4.
It's worth the wait, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. And it's not anything you couldn't just go ahead and jump ahead to check out, but I'd watch it in order like you're doing right now. That's probably the best way to handle the show. I would recommend that to anybody watching. Watch it in the order that's basically available either on Prime, or if you have the Blu-ray or DVD sets, they are in the proper order relatively.
Okay, I was going to ask because some of it seemed like it bounced a little bit in the second half.
Second half is pretty tight, actually. There is no moving around. The most episodes that got moved around were in the first half, actually.
I would assume so, because there's 6 episodes basically that are, 3 here, 1 in the middle, 3 there, 1 at the end.
Yeah.
But it seemed like they kind of bounced around a little bit. And maybe that was just the editing when they were flash forwarding and flashback in the court scenes where they're trying to figure out who pressed the button that made Talon blow up that ship. Did Stark press it? Did Dargo press it? Did John press it? Whatever. And that was a good episode, basically showing a game of telephone and how everybody's perspective is different.
Yep.
Great episode written on a game that we play in elementary school. And for 45 minutes, it was entertaining as fuck. Could not complain. And that's another one of the things that you really kind of got to tip your hat to the Jim Henson Company about. Like, they will take something simple from your childhood and make it epic on screen. And it's even more epic because you're able to grasp it. You understand that from your childhood. And fuck, at this point, most of us remember from our childhood with them. At this point,
yeah,
I remember that lesson from Sesame Street.
Gonna take me down Sesame Street.
They changed that to a rap song, and I don't like it.
I haven't heard that, so I'm gonna keep it that way.
Yep.
Oh, man.
They're taking it to the Sesame Streets. Anyway, I don't think there was a single episode on here that I didn't like. I really don't think so. I couldn't really wait for Stark to... Oh, that's right. Where I got confused. Stark dying and then coming back. That was there was almost no consequence to him dying whatsoever, other than him needing to put his mask back on eventually.
Well, he was dispersed, but in that episode, they do indicate like if he has this weird energy in his body that he could be reconstituted. There's a slight chance, but if he shifts his energy in a certain way, he could come back to life. And that's how Maldus was able to come back. He was killed before too, but he reconstituted himself for this season. I think it would have been beneficial if they had waited to do that with Stark and just wait till season 3, but they did not probably understand what his schedule was at the time. And when they sorted it out, it's like, oh well, I guess we can slip you back into the story.
Where'd he get a body from? Don't worry about it.
Well, that's also why you didn't see him for a good portion of this season, like at all. He just disappeared, and then all of a sudden he's back on the ship. But they gave him a shuttle so he could go take care of things he needed to take care of. And that was him just returning. And it's like, wait, what's he doing back here? Where'd he go? What's going on? And so in a quick throwaway line, they basically say he was off. And then when he's coming back the second time, there's definitely still something wrong with him, because him being dispersed and then coming back within an episode or two, there's definitely something not quite right. So him coming back didn't exactly go as he maybe intended to do.
That's interesting.
Because he gets really kind of batshit crazy for the next bit. So
that's true. He did start fucking like ribbing John and stuff like that, and making snide comments and lying, like a lot of lies, and John catching him in them and threatening him. You know, if I catch you lying and getting my crew in danger again, I will kill you.
And even Dargo made the same comment too.
Yep. And I'm sure anybody would have, had they actually seen the same bullshit that the guys were saying, but Zan was not willing to see it, and Chiara wasn't seeing it.
Yeah. I call that the puppy dog thing with Stark, and how the girls will be like, oh, he's fine, he's just misunderstood, he's a sweet boy,
he's gentle.
Chiana don't like gentle, she likes it rough.
Right. Crazy bitch.
Yeah.
The only kind that turns me on.
Now, did you like the reveal at the end then about the Scorpio clone?
As far as it being in his head?
Yeah, and then ultimately taking over and then killing Aaron, basically.
Yeah, that was cool. Like, how badly is he gonna beat himself up over that shit? And the fact that he even went to her funeral, I was like, dude, John, wearing your testicles on the outside, man. I'm surprised everybody was fucking not throwing stuff at you. Surprised you weren't.
Well, he was able to regain control temporarily, so
yeah. And you feel bad because what was it, the very end of the second to last episode, he asks Stargo to kill him.
Yep.
Because he can't get Scorpius to be quiet.
Yeah.
And it's affecting his ability to move. It's affecting his ability to think and speak,
function, everything.
Yeah, like he's trying to like pick up chess pieces or even nuts and bolts, and he can't do it. Like his hand's just not functioning the way it's supposed to when he wants to do something. Scorpius won't let him do it, or Harvey won't let him do it.
Yeah.
So,
Harvey.
Oh, Harvey. But Harvey was cool in the sense that like he was definitely protecting John as an asset
quite often. Yep.
Yeah, like that was kind of cool. It was neat to see them team up in a way, for lack of a better term, this season. And they really did have a lot of screen time together in the second half.
Yep.
So much more in the first half. Like I was kind of like, where's Scorpius in the first half? He's there, of course, but he's more of a background character, like shows up
a little bit
randomly like, oh, I'm still in the clouds out here watching him, and then slick back into the nebula. Whereas in the second half of this season, he's everywhere. He's in John's head. He's showing up wherever John's at because he's tracking John.
Right.
Just doing a whole bunch of things that you couldn't think he could do, but he's doing it ever so smugly with a smile on his face, a disgusting smile. And then, goes to Bespin at the end to Cloud City and nails the crab lady pirate, or the crab pirate lady.
Netieri.
So gross, but so intriguing. I couldn't look away.
So that's a wood from Kevin, everybody.
It would. WOOD. Yes, wood.
Knock on wood.
Boing. Didn't I say last episode this show is how kink starts? Like, it really was.
And we don't kink shame around here. Just saying.
No, we don't. But we do encourage you to watch this and get some new kink.
Oh, yeah. And there's a few different places you could watch the show. There's the Farscape channel on YouTube, which just keeps a loop going of episodes in order. Not sure where it's currently at right now, but you can also check out the show on Amazon Prime if you got Prime Video. I recommend everybody go get the Blu-ray set. It's a great set. Highly recommend that. And if you get the newest set from Scream Factory, or Shop Factory, I'm sorry, it actually contains, I'm pretty sure it contains the miniseries as well in there.
I think so. Let me see.
My copy's way the hell back here. I used my Australian set to watch the show. But
yes, the Peacekeeper Wars and special features.
Some great special features on that Peacekeeper Wars. Yep. That's a great box set.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot prettier watching it on the Blu-rays than it is watching it on Prime. And watching it on Prime is not a problem.
Oh yeah, no.
It looks nice on my phone, which I don't prefer to watch it on my phone. It looks nice on my Quest. Like, you get it going on a big screen and it looks beautiful. But watching it on Blu-ray on the PS5, stellar.
Runs like a dang champ. Yep. I have a 4K player. I've been playing it on there instead of the PlayStation 5 because the PlayStation 5's in another room. But watching that on the TV with the surround sound and everything, it's chef's kiss. It's the right way to watch the show.
Nice. I still need to get a good 4K player. That's not the PS5 because it doesn't play anyway. Yeah, we have had that discussion.
Yep.
But this is a beautiful show. They put in so much artistry into it, so much talent, so much effort that it deserves to be watched in the most pristine way you could possibly watch it. You're not going to see anything like cords or wires carrying the ship or anything like that, but you will see aliens in great detail.
Oh yes. And all detail is amazing. It's so meticulous.
Now, what'd you think of the little thing that hunted the parasites? That thing was kind of cool.
Oh, the ET looking creature, the Vorlock or whatever.
Yeah, the little Mac and Me looking thing.
Oh god, that was weird, but it was cool that that's what the situation was, is that he had another being that he could transform into or summon, or however you wanted to look at that. That was more of a soldier getting ready to go storm places and start killing everything.
Yep, one was a tracker, one was a hunter.
Yep.
And you're just kind of like, okay, neat.
That's a little different, just saying.
But it was super cool, though.
Yes.
Again, even when they were silly, they were really cool in the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the good balance that this show provides. It's you got the seriousness, you also have the more lighthearted stuff, you also have a little bit of romance, you get a lot of action, you get good writing, and you also get some good puns here and there and pop culture references from Crichton, which I think is absolutely tremendous. It's one of the best things going for it. And the show has even made up its own curse words.
Frel.
Yep.
Dren.
Dren has mana.
Hasmana. I have not caught that one yet.
That is hell, is what that is basically.
Far out.
So that's fun. Hey, what's up, Nerd Slap? Good to see you, brother. Thank you.
Oh, Farscape was fun. I wish, like I'd said before, I wish I would have been able to catch this when it was on TV. I didn't have TV at the time. I remember seeing Starlog, like Scorpius's picture was on it. Chiara's picture was on it, or Chiana's picture was on it. And I was just staring at them, being like, God, that looks so cool. Now, I didn't like Sci-Fi Channel originals. I really didn't. So it wasn't one of those things where it's like, I want to go see that. But it was one of those things where I was like, that looks a lot cooler than like Babylon 5 or anything that Star Trek's put out in the last few years. Like, it was different, and it made me want to open up the magazine. It made me want to go see the show. So I will definitely give it that. It always held my fancy. It always made me wonder. And the more I knew about it, or the more I learned about it in the first season, like it's a Henson production, you're just kind of like, oh, okay, no wonder I'm so drawn to this. It's the Masters of Fantasy, you know.
Well, you got me to watch Happy Time Murders, so.
The movie was fucked up.
Kind of was.
Loved it. It gets above the 5.0 for me because I was entertained just for the cocaine and the licorice. Like, I think that's the coolest shit ever. If I didn't have celiac disease, I'd fucking try that sometime.
Ooh, yep.
But licorice has weed in it, so.
Damn it.
The cocaine's better for me than the licorice is. Yeah, Happy Time Murders was a wild ass movie. And a guy I know was one of the puppeteers in it. And he's the best puppeteer I've ever seen. And he's here and there with the Henson Company. Like, he's family. He could go in whenever he wants, but he's just usually doing his own thing. And Grant was a couple of the characters in Happy Time Murders, and so is Eric Kuska. And they were the Tom Servo and Crow in the Mystery Science Theater reunion.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that was actually Eric's insistence that they use Twizzlers when she snorted the coke.
That's right. I remember that now.
And I was like, that's gross, dude. He's like, yeah, I love Twizzlers. I hate red vines. Red vines are gross. My wife likes those. I'm like, well, your wife's cool. And incidentally, his wife worked on Across the Spider-Verse too. So she's way cool.
I'm not the biggest fan of red vines, but I'll eat them. I'm more of a Twizzler guy myself.
I can't. I never could. They just tasted like wax to me, and not the good kind. Like, I didn't
get that.
I didn't taste strawberry when I ate them. And I was supposed to, and I was like, I don't know.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah. Whereas red vines are just pure sugar.
Sugar.
And apparently a little bit of wheat to keep it together.
Just a tick.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into some episodes, Kevin.
Let's do it, buddy.
Yeah, all right. Episode 11. No.
12?
Yeah, it's 12. I was just reading that. I'm like, no, I was thinking of just starting with the trilogy, but no, we're coming back. After an assassination attempt, Crichton is put into hiding on an orbiting cargo ship, but he is betrayed to Scorpius. Aaron accepts a proposal to go on a hazardous rock climbing trip with a local suitor. Man, she was getting followed by that guy like crazy. Like, bro, that's borderline stalker behavior.
Yeah. Like, she was about ready to bear spray him. Like, straight up pepper mace that fucker. Like, he wanted to be cock of the walk and her, and says, I'm rated as an expert in climbing. Failed to mention that he'd never actually climbed the face of a mountain before, so he got oh god, what's the irrational fear of heights? I don't know. I have it myself, but he got stuck to the side of the wall. And in a panic, he grabbed onto Aaron's leg instead of grabbing onto the wall and ripped both of them off the wall, and they fell to the beach.
But he was rated an advanced climber indoors.
Indoors.
At the training facility, yeah.
With a rope
Okay.
on him. Like,
Yeah.
Like he just needed to have kept going and they would have gotten to a flat surface eventually. But
That's true.
he was a big old bitch about it. And I get that. I'm a big old bitch myself, but I would not have tried to climb that shit.
Big
No
old
pussy's
bitch.
that good. Ever. Anywhere.
I would agree with that because they eventually let's see. I don't remember. Did he break his back or something? I know Aaron had her leg smashed, but
She had her leg smashed. I don't know what happened to him. Like there was some
I
fact
think he survived, of course. But
yeah.
the question is like literally what happened to him again? But Aaron was just so happy to not be on that planet no more.
Yeah, she wanted
She
not
wanted
much.
out.
Yeah, she didn't want to be there in the first place. Everybody weirded her out. The fact that Crichton was wanting to get his groove on with every swinging, set of titties that came his way, which again, you can't blame them. They were very promiscuous people. It just was not her thing.
No. Yeah. Oh, it was for Chiana, and it also was for Dargo because they started hooking up like crazy about this point.
That was terrific. Just terrific. And I love the camaraderie, the growing camaraderie that you keep seeing between John and Dargo. And I don't remember if it was this episode or the next episode where they're talking about him having to become a statue. And they're talking about the pros and cons of what's going to happen. And the con is he's going to be turned into a statue for 80 years. And he has to sit and listen to law and government bullshit for 80 years. So when he wakes up, he knows enough about government and law to rule properly.
And he's just going to hate it just as equally as everybody else.
Yeah. And Dargo says the pro is, or he asks Dargo, and what's the pro? The upside is Gianna and I have been having an awful lot of sex.
The sex is amazing.
And they're both kind of like, yeah. Like he's facing doom, but yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved them so much. And then interrupting Gianna and Dargo having sex so he can complain about his situation.
Yep. And Gianna's just like, oh God, you again?
Yeah, I'll just go over here then.
Yep, I'll just go sit and wait patiently.
I'm gonna go make some tea.
Yeah.
Play with my fidget spinner.
Yeah, you and your fidget spinner. Would it be fidgeting knowing that the prince had a quote unquote girlfriend who was a real legit peacekeeper and he was just getting used? And that person ultimately is who saved Crichton from getting potentially murdered.
Okay, so what happened to her? I missed what ended up happening to her. Like
She did.
Okay, the two of them got together on the island, or wherever it is they absconded to.
Yeah.
And then they had to pretend not to know. Yeah. I got a little foggy on that one. Like he comes in and makes his grand entrance, and then I don't remember what happened to her.
Not sure. I'm not quite following that logic. So
when they come back from whatever,
from the spaceship,
wherever they were hiding at,
yeah.
And she says we can't act like we I'm aware that anything's going on, or I can't act like she can't act like she's anything other than the prince's girlfriend, basically, or it'll blow her cover.
Right. Yeah, she's kind of an inside person. She's trying to ensure like the government is at least on the a little more favorable towards peacekeepers.
Okay, so that was one of the things I was kind of like, is she a peacekeeper? That I didn't know in general. So
She
okay,
is.
that's cool, I guess.
And boy, did she kick some ass. I thought she was pretty smoking.
Yeah, dude, she went full Ezio on that one guy when she saved the fucking Crichton at the beginning.
Yep, the hidden blade.
He put it right through his mouth.
She was trying to warn him.
That was cool, though. I totally dug it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the only thing that I did not like about that episode, or we'll just call it the art there, and we've started to mention it, was the, I want to say, obstinance from Aaron, but the fact that she fucking just decided to take that guy up on his offer in general, and was just annoyed about having to do it the entire time. Like, then why do that?
Yep.
Why?
She's a woman. She was just testing him.
Fair enough. And he couldn't hack it because he's only rated indoors.
Yep, you're rated enough to get stretchered around.
Stretchered around by a one-armed woman with a leg, with a one-armed, one-legged woman.
Hey, there's worse ways to go.
That's true. Could be a three-legged man.
Three-legged man, or in part 3, when you finally get the Scarin and Scorpius getting into a little bit of a tiff and a fight, and interesting to see how the trilogy wrapped up. I think it ended very well, where John basically, he lost his head. He nearly couldn't be reconstructed, but he was able to be reconstructed and get some he got some. He hit up that the prince's girlfriend.
I don't recall that, but that's cool for him, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like I don't recall them having a kid together, but there it was at the end.
Oh, the actual princess, yeah.
Yeah, like when did they bone?
And his daughter.
Yeah. But I mean, he worked it out nicely where she got to be with the person that she loved, and he got to be the foster child or foster parent to the kid.
Yeah.
So I mean, it all worked out in the end for everybody. But golly, that was just kind of a pain in the ass. Like that Scarin was a pain in the ass for everybody. And then the fucking Empress was not wise. Like, let's just kill everybody. That'll fix the problem.
Like, yeah. And then Crichton getting smacked a little bit too. That was kind of fun. He takes a licking and keeps on kicking.
Yes, he does. John's a wonderful pig, and I love him.
Well, that's going to continue for the rest of the season and going forward. That's basically his character.
Yes. Yeah. My thoughts have never been dirtier.
Well, then.
It made me laugh. Yeah, it's me. My thoughts have never been dirtier.
Yep. Totally not dirtier. But then we get into Look at the Princess Part 3, the Maltese Crichton. After being transformed into a bronze statue, Crichton is beheaded then by a... They put these in the wrong order.
See? It was the Scarin that did it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the prince was a little bitch. Like when John...
just whoever did this on Wikipedia has the episodes in the wrong spot. This is stupid. That's why. We just covered like episode number 13, because that's what that is.
Yeah, the last...
Jesus, this is in the wrong kind of order here. On the wiki episode guide, should probably find a different episode guide. Like this doesn't work. But yeah, you being put into a bronze statue and everything that was kind of fun. And so I really like this trilogy. I think it tells you that the show has some big plans in store, and this was a good chance to showcase what they had for writing 3 episodes back to back to back and being able to deliver quality entertainment back then.
Yes. And they nailed it in spades. They truly, truly did.
Yeah, oh yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to get to my list so I could find. I have IMDb up.
Yeah.
Their synopses are pretty good, I guess. Okay. All right, my bad.
Oh no, that's all right. Well, overall, pretty solid trilogy cap off to look at the Princess trilogy. But then we get into Beware of Dog. We talked about the Vork earlier, who was going after the parasites. This is that weird little creature that Chiana buys. Oh, it sounds like a setup for like Gremlins almost. Beware of Mogwai is what I would have maybe said. But Chiana buys a parasite hunting Vork, which creates chaos on board Moya. After several attacks, it is suspected that the Vork itself may be the parasite. I take the synopsis. That's pretty spot on, and it doesn't give away too terribly much information. And I like the creature. The design was really neat, and the overall idea was when everybody's getting hurt or getting super sick or being like whatever, you find out that the real bot is like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
These were copies, and the original bodies are in some sort of cocoon stasis, so to speak.
Starting with poor Rigel.
Oh my God, yeah. I was just eating my food, and it attacked me.
Poor bastard. And his eye turned into a spider and started to crawl away. You're like, ah, yuck.
Oh God, I know, right?
That was some alien Earth bullshit is what that was.
Yes. What else did I put for note on this one? The score on this one, the Scorpio Prom's starting to get a little bit worse, so they're including that more and more as we're going through the second season. And other than cool design, I mean, I think it's a pretty solid episode. I always have fun watching this one, especially because the creature is just so hammy and like reminiscent to like E.T. and everything. So,
well, it's also very touching when they put the nanites in him to try to get to understand him.
Oh, the translator microbes, yeah.
Yeah, the pilot is able to understand him.
Yep.
And my gosh, yeah, he's able to like pick up what he's laying down. He's not able to basically speak his language, but because he doesn't have a language, he just has the emotions.
Right.
And gosh, pilot just really like sold what lack of speech this character or this creature had. Like Lanny made you feel what this creature was feeling, the terror and the scared and willingness to die. And you're just like, wow, it like was really moving. So it was a good episode as far as action and horror, but it was also very touching in the drama sense too.
Yeah. So, yeah, good fun episode. I enjoy it as always. And yeah, it's a pretty simple episode. Then we Won't Get Fooled Again. Crichton wakes up on Earth after crashing Farscape 1. He believes it to be an illusion, as in a human reaction, and he tries to find a way out. As things become increasingly chaotic, he begins to lose his sanity, and boy, did Lonnie Tupu rock them heels. Just
oh, this episode. Between the heels and the curlers, I was just kind of like, what, did my drugs kick in again?
I was wondering if you'd find this to be a little trippy.
I loved it. I absolutely enjoyed this episode. I love stuff like that.
They don't sugarcoat it. They don't hide it for too long. They let you know immediately, like, yeah, this is another Mind Frel episode, but we're gonna the big twist is who's really doing all the damage at the end, and then the Scorpio clone.
It really reminded me of watching, say, like Scary Movie 3.
Okay.
Where they'd have a scene where the sheriff's hat keeps growing. There's a conversation between Charlie Sheen and the sheriff when his wife gets in the car accident.
Yeah.
And she's trying to explain that half of her, if they move the truck, is just going to, fall out. She's going to die as soon as they move the truck from the tree. And every time the conversation goes from Charlie's face to the sheriff's hat keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And this really reminded me of that, where it's like everyone had a straight face, even though they were wearing a ginormously, ridiculously large comedic hat. But they played it with the very straight face.
Oh, yes, they did.
And this was the same thing. Ginormous rollers, straight face.
Oh, yeah. I'd also call it reminiscent of Napoleon Dynamite, where the nacho plate and the cheese just keeps getting randomly bigger and bigger every time they cut back to to the scene of him on the phone, and he looks over like, I'm not adding all this cheese. I swear to God, it's not me.
Nachos. Sounds good.
No, but I think this episode is utterly fantastic. All the characters and all the actors get a chance to do something a bit out of the well of the show, and I think it gives them a chance to just have some fun on an episode, because some of these episodes can be pretty serious and pretty dark at times.
Yes, they can. But like we said before, Gay Dargo was just fucking mwah. That was awesome.
That does remind me of something from the Princess trilogy really quick. Did you recognize anything about Kahenu, the deity for Moya, at all by chance? The floating guy with a cloud on Moya, and he's like, we're decommissioning Moya because she can create gunships.
Was that Rigel?
That was the character. That was the actor who plays Rigel.
Okay.
That's the voice that gave him an actual live action. Hey, you can actually do part of the show live and be yourself. You're just going to be wearing a toga and have something weird around your head.
Yeah. Otherwise, they made him look like somebody from Babylon 5. I don't know the character's name, but he reminded me of a character from Babylon 5. But I knew that wasn't him.
Yeah. But I get a kick out of things like that, where they do multiple roles.
I do too. And I love he gets sucked into the fucking engine, the ship engine.
No, please stop.
And she's like, that'll alert him. Like, it's a
She's like, I got the bastard now.
She got him with a giant dust buster. That's
it was Crichton's module.
Yes, but like, what's that gonna do to a god?
Probably nothing.
I don't know. It was silly to me, but I thought
she tried something.
I know. I just thought it was funny as shit. Like, go on, girl. I applaud you.
You go, girl.
Good night, Scooby. Thank you for joining us.
Yep. Night, Scoob. And let's see. And getting back to it, let's see. The Locket. And this is a little bit of a time travel sort of episode-ish. They don't get too techno-babbly in this one. It's enough, but you can follow along this one very well, where while traveling through a mist, Erin scouts ahead for several hours, but when she emerges, she has aged 165 years, or cycles, as the show likes to call it. She informs Moya's crew that they have to leave lest they be trapped here forever. When she departs, Crichton follows her only to get trapped on the planet with her, where he's forced to stay for several decades. Stark returns in this episode. And I like the episode. It's very, very good. We do get to see a grandchild of Aaron soon. She's a fun character. I absolutely appreciate that. And what I like about this one is the big twist is not that there's anybody on the planet stuck in a time loop or whatever it is. It's the actual mist surrounding Moya that's creating the time difference between everything else. So it's a temporal anomaly of sorts.
Yeah.
So it's Moya that's out of phase with everything else rather than everybody else out of phase with that.
Yeah, and that worked out really well. And I love the end result was put it in reverse.
Yeah.
Starburst in reverse.
Yep. And as Pilot says, they don't normally schedule or plan to do stuff like that, but they can. It's like, no, just back out. Hit reverse, bitch, go.
It was fucking funny. And they're like, hey, everything's fine. Well,
yep.
They didn't really realize, but they did. It was like the ending of Krampus.
A little bit. But like at least Zan and Stark recognized, oh yeah, we're the only ones who maybe kind of know. Yet at the same time, Crichton and Aaron are just like, does it feel like something else happened here recently? And so there's this like little banter between the two about like something's a little off about this whole thing.
Yeah. But they had a good 50 years together, and
yep.
That was John's great honor, was to be able to spend that last 50 years that he had left with her, and she had plenty of more time still.
Oh yeah, her species can go for quite a while.
Yeah. Whereas we go to, 70 or 80 at best.
If we're lucky.
Yeah, if we're lucky. So they did a really good job. They did a good job with Ben and makeup in general this season.
Oh, yes, they did.
This episode was really, really well done.
Yes. I think the writing on this one is absolutely outstanding, and everybody did a good job with their performances. So, and the special effects continue to be impressive. Even so many years later, they look great.
Oh, absolutely.
And I know you and CGI is like, yeah, screw this. This is terrible. Don't watch this. It ain't Deep Rising, brother.
I didn't have a problem with this.
Yep.
Like the CGI in this, when they use it, is necessary. And it looks pretty good. They don't spare any expense. And I'll go back to the spiders again, or the parasites. When it starts to dissolve Rigel's eye into a spider and crawl away, you're kind of like, ugh. Well, of course it's not real, but it was well done enough to where it gave you the willies, like, yuck.
Oh my God, I know, right?
So,
Ugh.
And that is one thing you could safely say about this show is anything that is on here, if it's CGI, if it's on here, it's because it has to be. Yes. And it's very well done. It's better done than what it deserves to be.
Yeah, and that's a digital effects company in Australia. So they tried to keep everything pretty local and in-house over there.
Oh, that's cool.
That's why a lot of the actors have the accents, because they're all from Australia too.
That would do it. We know those peoples.
Yep, we know them peoples. But I like the resolution, and that what the face that was in the locket that Crichton gave her is basically her one true love, and it was a picture of Crichton. So we already got to see this part. And I like to see that their relationship is getting a little more like settled into and going forward. How well that's going to play out, only time will tell. But I think it's a good step forward in their relationship, and I think that's awesome.
I want to say it works out pretty well. I don't know for certain, but it seems that way.
You'll see how the journey goes as far as this plays out. It is well worth the time and the effort for investment, though. I would absolutely say that.
I'm excited for it.
Yep. And then Ugly Truth, after a Plakovian ship is destroyed by Talon and Crichton, Aaron, Dargo, Zan, Stark on board, they are put on trial by the Plakovians. But during their testimony, their story of meeting with Talon and Christ is told from a number of different perspectives. And this is a very smart episode. I like the different perspectives. I especially love Dargo's when he's like, yeah, everybody was looking to me to take over around here. I'm totally a badass. Even Crichton smacked me on the shoulder and said, great job.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? I like these kind of goofy, like little legal episodes. And there's some great cinematography, some great shots in this one, especially the chair in the middle of like this pool of water and like pure blackness around them, just a spotlight on them. I'm like, that was some cool visuals right there.
What was the glop that was dripping into the water from the monsters or from the aliens? Was that
was the pus from their face and things that were going on with them.
Ew, yuck.
Yep.
I didn't get a chance to see her really well when she's like, do we disgust you or offend your senses?
Right. It's just like I wasn't expecting to see RoboCop up in here.
Right. Fucking Emil Blonsky.
Oh god, yeah. Emil. You bastards, you killed Emil.
I've played that video game so many fucking times I know everybody's name now.
I can't wait to fire that up soon, actually.
Although Emil Blonsky is that's the Abomination. That's not the guy from RoboCop.
Right.
Yeah. But his name was Emil. That much I remember.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
well, the Plakovian design on the makeup was pretty good too. So
I really liked it. I liked their little prison system. That was cool.
Yeah, little body horror. Yeah.
Yeah, I love how simple the sets were. Like you said, it was mainly just spotlights going down in the middle, like on whoever was testifying, and then them looking out into the blackness. And it was just really, really neat. You didn't need to see what they were out looking at. You knew, you could tell whatever was out there was judging them, and you felt judged just looking at it.
Yeah, I'd agree. And it's a good way to push forward with testing some characters, their mettle, and their patience with one another.
Not Stark.
Yeah, well, and then he gets dispersed. So it's like, well, that could have been an easy way to write off a character.
Kind of, yeah. I was a little disappointed that they didn't, but that's okay.
He'll get a proper send off at some point. That actor, Paul Goddard, he actually was in the very first Matrix movie in '99.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Well, he's been in a few other shows and whatnot. I'd have to tell you to look at his filmography so you can maybe like figure out what else you've seen him in. I know he's done a couple other things though.
Well, let's take a peek. See for me. Tell that joke you know.
So Kevin walks into a bar.
Agent Brown.
Yep. He's one of the agents. That I remember.
I think I know which one he is. I want to say the one where he comes in on Agent Smith having taken the earpiece out.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong. It happens often.
It does. And you are.
Beesh. But
then we get into one of my absolute favorite episodes, A Clockwork Nabari. Moya is hijacked by two Nabari who administer a mind-cleansing drug to the entire crew, plan on taking Chiana back to Nabari Prime. Crichton and Rigel, who are immune, must figure out a way to stop their captors before the Nabari reach their rendezvous. And this is a great Chiana episode, great background episode, and it reminds you that the race that Chiana comes from, they are some nasty bastards, and they are not one to be trifled with. It's like, wow, this is going to be kind of interesting now. And then we get more about Neri, her brother, what's going on with him. We get a little bit more about, like, there's actually a little bit of an insider with the whole situation. And so I appreciate the subtle details and in the setup and overall execution.
Yeah, that was pretty well done, wasn't it?
Yep. And then, like, Crichton being the one that it didn't work on. It didn't work on Rigel either, the little hypnosis thing, but that was kind of neat for a few minutes.
And then they're trying to talk to each other but be discreet about it. It's me. It's me. Oh shit. My heater's yelling at me. I kicked the button.
You need to do something with that, or are you okay?
Yeah, I just need to bend over and press the button again. It's just yelling at me. It's going beep, beep, beep.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Oh man. I love the makeup on the Navaris. That's fantastic.
Oh gosh, which ones were they?
Oh, the gray-faced people with the white hair.
That's true. Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, they were great to look at and, like, admire, like, the overall aesthetic on. Okay, we've seen Chiana before, we've seen her brother briefly. Now we're getting to see some other characters that are Nabari, and boy, is this a trip, so to speak. That they're all trying to mind cleanse the galaxy to get everybody to toe the company line.
Yeah. They're planning on spreading VD across the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Whatever floats your boat.
They're making compliance into a VD and spreading it. And you're just kind of like that. That's so stupid. I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like that's so stupid.
He's too primitive. And he was doing the full, like, total fake Valley Boy thing. Yeah, well, far out, man. Love, peace,
John?
and happiness. Yeah, with John.
That was funny though. Like, he was really, really overselling the I'm totally groovy, man. It's all fine.
Yep.
Way overselling it.
But how are they supposed to know? He's a stupid human. They've never met another human before.
Yeah. As far as they know, he's just, that's the way that they act there.
Like a bunch of crazy people.
Which we are.
Yep. So at least we get also, like, the one administrator is dead, the woman. The male one is more working with her brother to fight the resistance and keep the groundswell going.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. Like, I didn't like how he had to hide rather than save Chiana at the end. It's like, if you're gonna kill that trick anyway, just do it. Like, don't dilly-dally. Like,
well, they did it in true Farscape style, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it was a cool ending. I did enjoy it. The whole episode was pretty cool. Other than the fact that it's just kind of like, you guys can't get rid of this one fucking person in your entire ship.
Yep.
The ship is alive. And you can't get rid of the one person.
No.
Open the airlock.
Kick him out. Get rid of him.
That would have been cool.
Yep. All right. And then we get right into the next trilogy of episodes, Liars, Guns, and Money. Part 1, A Not So Simple Plan. Part 2, With Friends Like These. And Part 3, Plan B. That's an interesting choice of words for that one. But, you know, we got to get to the Shadow Depository. We know Jothi is in a slave auction of sorts, and the crew's got to go pay for his release and reunite him with dear old dad. But Scorpius has some other plans, and boy, does he just buys up freaking everything. And he's like, we'll just kill the rest, don't worry about it. And it sends like Stark completely raving mad.
Yeah.
I like them chasing the joint and trying to get their plan ready. I did appreciate at least that much too.
Oh, the Ocean's 11 sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. Well, I mean, the whole segment was really good. Like he built a good team of mercenaries. They had a good montage of them of him talking to each one of them. Each one of them looked so unsavory that you wouldn't want to be next to them anywhere, even if they looked like normal.
Oh, hell
people.
no.
They were just gross looking, like even
Yep.
the humanistic ones with red eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
She took my eyes. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up, bitch.
Tell him to calm down. She took my eye. Don't tell me to calm down.
Yeah, Scorpio was just a little, okay, I'm going to let her have fun with her plaything. Just don't kill the brain.
Yeah, right. I need that. I need that part. You have your fun. I like to watch.
Yeah, and then Jotham gets reunited with everybody. So Shadow Depository gets blown up in epic fashion by Talon. Talon shows up at just the right time to like get them out of a pinch that they were in. So
now, with Talon and Krace, are they basically pirates at this point? Like they're outlaws.
a little bit.
Yeah, because they're outlaws. They're not out to hurt anybody necessarily. They're just out living. And I kind of like that for them. Like, yo ho. He's not out
Pirate's
causing problems.
life for me.
Yeah, right. He's not out causing problems, but he's out there being a force of nature in the universe. And I dig that for Krace.
Yeah.
With this experimental ship that shouldn't exist.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's super cool regardless.
Yep, Talon is one of my favorite spaceships, and it's also, I think it's a really cool name. So I approve of that, but it's also named after Aaron Soon's dad, who is also a Talon. So,
oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. She named him.
Yep. Now, did you get a kick out of like John really struggling to do anything against Scorpio, at least until he turned himself in one of the episodes? Because him trying to like wave off like it's Scorpius, get out of my ear, get out of my ear. Yet he also replaced like the coolant rods, which that was a neat little thing to see for Scorpius, because we've seen a little bit of that before, but this is the first time we're seeing it like overheating and everything as it pops out.
Yeah, and then when he sticks it in, giggity, and he's got their microchip getting in there, or the bomb rather, I'm sorry. That was just watching it start to ooze out the side of his head was just awesome. And it really is unfortunate it didn't explode. Like, it would have been neat to see that explosion.
Yeah, I'll give you that one too. That would have been pretty cool.
To see it explode in Scorpius's head. We got to see it explode, just not inside Scorpius's head. the nurse holding it, that sucked for her though.
Well, like a little fizzle, so to speak.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to think of the nickname Crichton gave the blue girl, like Frau Dominatrix or something like that. That was kind of funny.
I don't remember.
Fernatary.
I don't remember. But yeah, his mannerisms leading up to that were all fantastic. Not being able to open a door if it meant getting away. Not being able to do anything other than what Scorpius wanted him to do, which was turn himself in. And it was really funny. And in other parts, it was really sad because he looked like somebody fumbling with life. Like, just trying to do the most simplistic things, and he couldn't do it. And it was driving him insane. Like, he couldn't grab a handful of nuts and bolts and put them in order. He couldn't play chess.
Right.
He was
losing control like big time.
Yeah. And by the end of the episode, he's asking for Dargo to kill him because he's not in control of himself.
And he knows if he gets out of control again, it's going to be really bad. And he does get out of control again, and he ends up killing Aaron.
Yeah. Which is messed up because she finally told him that she loved him.
Well, that's a total you fucked up chant is what that is.
God damn it. Starburst backwards again.
Yep, let's avoid this entirely. Well, I love the armed robbery aspects and the thieving and just finding like, oh, the money we stole has been like laced with like this creature that's going to eat our ship alive. It's like, man, these guys can't catch a break.
No, they can't. They can't. Even when they do, when they get the final payday and the real money comes in, they have to spend most of that money curing Moya.
Yep. And then trying to save John, and then paying off the mercenaries who helped him escape. So,
and the stupid ass doctor that keeps asking for more money.
Oh my god, yeah. Once we get to that part, it's like, no, the diagnosing. Great design on that as well. Looks awesome.
Was it part bat? Is that why its voice was super high pitch?
That I am not sure about, to be honest with you.
He looked cool. I liked him.
What, you didn't like Grunstick?
He was cool too, though. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like him. He didn't seem like somebody you were supposed to like, but he wound up being
he's a piece of shit.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is.
All right, then we'll take that.
But that's more the Diamine dichotomy at the very end. Was there anything about Liars, Guns, and Money that you wanted to bring up or talk about? I'm gonna look at my notes super quick here. I have something. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh, I know what it is. It's a breadcrumb for Chiana when we get to the mini series. It actually starts right here in this episode, where she's got like this weird suspicion about something that's going to happen, and she's like, "I told you, he's still alive." It's like she's got that kind of comment, that attitude, and it's like, oh my god, she's kind of and then don't go into the mist from the other episode with a locket. She's got this weird intuition that I find fascinating, and it comes into play much later in the show, and I think this was the start of that.
Nice.
So talk about like long-term planning. You don't get that answer until like season 4 or the miniseries off the top of my head.
Wow, I love long-term planning like that.
Yeah, they definitely had some faith in the show that they were making.
Yeah.
Oh, no, KFC, all 11 ingredients.
What they
the
have,
secret sauce.
What they wanted to deposit. It's one of a kind in the entire universe. It needs to be in there.
That cracked me up. I totally love that.
This show is just made for people like us that love pop culture references.
Oh yeah, and it's not too many of them. It's just enough to keep it like, he is our education on this part of the universe or galaxy. Like what he's experiencing, we're experiencing at the same time.
Yeah. And we are experiencing things the way that he literally would experience them. He experiences them in very similar ways that we would experience them, because he is us in a large way.
This is very, very, very true.
Everything he says is shit that we commonly say. Quotes,
scenes. Oh, that time I kissed Billy or Bobby Sue in the back of my dad's pickup truck. Yeah.
Agnes. All that stuff.
Agnes.
Can't believe they cast a dude as Agnes. So wrong.
Yeah, I know, right? And this is the beginning of Stark as a crazy lunatic.
Yeah, okay, that checks, because he is kind of that.
Yep, after his dispersal, and now he's back for robbing the banks and stealing Scorpius's money, and also trying to rescue Jotham.
Which I wasn't sure the entire time whether or not that was altruistic or not.
Did you come to a conclusion about that?
I think it was just happenstance. I don't know that he really wanted to. I don't think Jotham was necessarily a priority. I think he was just a side perk to get Dargo interested.
Yeah. I mean, it pushed the story forward at least, and they did provide some sort of resolution to that arc, so we could focus on Dargo doing other things.
Yeah.
Because with some shows, they would drag this shit out until the very, very, very last minute or final, like 7 episodes of the series in general.
And then would fuck it up.
And then would screw it up because then nobody would like it. So I appreciated that they took some efforts to try and resolve some storyline arcs early on.
Sure. That way you're able to not jump the shark, but you're able to evolve.
Exactly.
It's not jumping the shark because you addressed it.
Yep.
And now you can have that character that's had that experience, had that adventure, and move on. And that's the neat thing about TV series. Each series is a defining period of time or experience in somebody's life, or in an action hero's life. When you've got multiple seasons of it, it's just compounding that each much more. I can't even talk.
Yeah, we're getting tired.
More. Sorry, I am stuttering. I apologize.
Oh, you're fine. But I love this particular set of 3 episodes. Like, they handled the armed robbery very well. The ramifications, like, nothing is ever going to go right. The money turns into bugs that's eating Moya. So it's like every time they turn around, something new is going on. And by the end of the 2nd episode, basically Crichton just turns himself in.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to fight. Yeah, because Dargo called him a coward.
Yeah,
and he felt bad, and I get it. Like, he was trying to do what was right for everybody, and
yes,
keep everybody alive. Dargo, his plan didn't work, obviously.
And they still tried it anyway.
Yeah. So, and he didn't really have that perspective, like, oh, well, shit, they kind of saved my bacon. And they're still trying to be here and help me.
And then he feels responsible that they have to try and save John in the final episode of that batch. And I think they did a really good job. And it also started showing, like, hey, I just reunited with Jotham, yet I'm already having problems relating to the boy.
Yeah.
And then Shiana's bitching at me. He's probably like, I'm dealing with so much shit right now, and everybody's just trying to nag at me or whatever. It's like, brother, welcome to life.
He just needs a cigarette. That's all.
It's like Venkman and Ghostbusters 2. Sometimes shit happens. Somebody's got to deal with it. And who are you going to call?
Right? Not us.
Yep. Definitely not us. But fantastic. Man, I love the costume design this season with the black leather for Crichton and everybody else. Like,
yeah,
Claudia's, Aaron looks fantastic. Everybody's outfits look great.
I didn't catch initially the hooks that they have on Dargo's shoulder blades.
They made him a bit more prominent. Oh, you mean the collarbone?
Yeah. Yeah. And then he explains what they were, and you're just kind of like, oh, yuck.
That kind of checks now. Yeah.
That's a little grody. Peacekeepers are nasty. Grody.
Oh my god.
But hey, if it keeps them in check, it keeps them in check.
Yes, I would agree with that. Now, what'd you think about the music and Liars, Guns, and Money? If you caught it, I feel like the score was really awesome this particular season, and it really stood out in Liars, Guns, and Money, and even in Daime Dichotomy, the season finale, like the next episode. Felt like the music really helped push the story forward and gave great atmosphere and helped with the crescendo of emotions that they wanted people to go through.
Correct. Well, they made me cry a couple times, so they
yeah. I was gonna say this is one of those mother effing shows. It's like even a couple of times, whenever I rewatch it, doesn't matter. I know where the story's going, and when something particular happens, it's like, God damn, I hate this show.
They got me.
Goddamn you, show!
again.
Stop doing it. It still gets me every time for certain things. And that really happens in Dichotomy, like just seeing Crichton on the table under the knife. Most of the stuff's been removed from his brain, and yet he can't talk. The diagnosing doctor is like damn near death. Grunschlick is off traipsing around somewhere, hiding from the peacekeepers.
he was in one of the freezers.
I loved how his hand was over his eyes, like, "Oh, you can't see me. You can't see me. You can't see me." I was like, "Oh, dude, you are fucking terrible at this."
Yeah, and the peacekeeper commander's like,
Braca, yeah.
Like we see you right fucking there, man.
Yeah, because he dropped his little ice cream or sandwich like right in front of the damn thing.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that was the tip off. Like, there's only so many containers right here that somebody could be in.
I didn't see it. I saw that there was something, but then I assumed that like there was like footprints or something like that.
Gotcha.
But that's funny. His fucking sandwich and ice cream.
Yep. Yeah, this episode was really good. Crichton was freaking crazy, and Scorpius version Crichton was even better.
Oh, poor Ben in the goddamn makeup.
Oh god, I can only imagine.
They're like, your turn.
He's like, okay, let's do it. And then probably like 4 hours into the makeup, he's like, okay, God, let's not do this again.
Are we not done yet? Really now? All right then. All right. Yeah, I really liked it. This season, this episode in general, but this season altogether gives everybody a big chance to spread their wings and just make their characters their own. They sink their teeth in the characters. They define the characters. They double down on those definitions of who those characters are. And they just knocked another season out of the park.
They allowed things to breathe, characters to develop. Like even Grace and Talon alone, they're definitely on a story arc. And when you get to the conclusion of their arc, I swear you're probably going to cry.
More than likely.
Yep. Because I don't want to give too much away, but it's still a little ways off. So you'll probably forget all about it by the time it gets to that point.
No, I won't. Bless it.
Well, you don't know what's happening. So
they killed the dog. I already know.
Oh, they killed the puppy. Good damn, Kevin. They killed the puppy.
The baby, the ship.
Oh,
Talon.
Well, they torched the ship, but I'm sure you got a kick out of them blowing the smoke that was making everybody high. Especially Stark, like, "Hey, Dargo," and everybody's acting like a bunch of like stoned out idiots.
You should have kept your mouth shut. Because he told him not to get it in his mouth.
And that didn't take long.
No. But this was funny. I liked this episode. I liked everyone's dynamics together. The heist at the end gave the crew a new definition of what kind of crew they are. They're no longer just ragtag prisoners in a random space vessel trying to hide.
Agreed.
They're kind of like the A-Team at this point. I mean, they're not for hire, but they're becoming a family. They're becoming a unit, and that's just the way their function's going to be.
Better or worse.
Yeah, and they take each other for what they are.
Yep. And it's a good goddamn show. Like, I can't rave enough about it. I think the story is tight. The writing is excellent. The directing is really good. Visuals are awesome. It's one of the best put together TV shows ever made, in my opinion. And just rewatching it again just makes me feel like, feels like I'm in a comfort place. Like, this is what I like. This is what I'm into. This and like Stargate, they're two of my favorite science fiction shows ever made.
Yeah, there is a lot of comfort to this. There's no difficulty watching it. My kids were watching it with me, and they had not seen season 1, so they were just kind of jumping in and seeing all these crazy aliens and shit.
Sure.
And they're like, "Okay, this checks. We like it." So I mean, this is not something you need to watch from the very first episode.
You can jump in. Yeah.
Yeah, you can jump into it and enjoy. It's phenomenal. It really is. And it's the same company that brought you Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, which I still think is probably the best TV ever made.
That was a really good show.
Yeah, like just pound for pound, that TV show had you crying, laughing, scared, crying, laughing, scared, excited, crying. You're like, fucking stop.
Like taking me on a roller coaster. Damn you.
I'm already on SSRIs, and this show is not much different at all.